Right. So, don't know how long I'm going to last because it's pretty hot here, guys. But I don't know. I've got the fan on, so whatever. Whatever. Right, I'm going to put in the bits and bobs before I forget. Oh, yeah, and the Juno thing. I just remembered. Totally forgot about that. I don't know. I don't know how busy it'll be anyway, because especially in the UK, people will be fucking roasting. People will be out drinking or partying or drinking, partying, still in your garden sunbathing or trying to cool off somewhere, you know what I mean? I've had enough of the sun. Right. I might be burnt, but I did have sun cream on. I don't know. Right. So that's the deets. If anyone wants a wee personal, I would get in quick before I can't be arsed. Oh, is that Bad Romance? Bad Romance is on the telly. So that could have something to do with this. Well, actually, yeah, going by the title. Um, right. Is it not? Hello, Nathan. How are you doing? You missed us yesterday. Um, oh, look, you got the wee #1 crown. I'm good. I'm very hot. How hot is it there? It's too hot here. We're not used to this heat. Um, right, so I'll hold up the cards in case this is what I'm going to use for the. I mean, I pulled quite a few. I pulled them all quickly, but I was like, oh, can we not get one that's less like so many cards? But I mean, it must be because the same card sort of jumped out, right? So Mother Wounds was the first one. And then I was like, wow, see what I mean about they're really working with the fact that this is the last cancer season. So my mother wounds, my mother's a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine feminine energy within me or externally. So it wouldn't be for everyone that is directly your mother. It could just be with females in general, whether you're a female or male. So yeah, you'll know how it um, resonates. But what I was feeling into, so this is going to be really specific. So we'll see if it usually always is me, but we'll see if the cards try to back that up. But like, look, this combination. So mother wounds, I'm taking responsibility for my mistakes. Ghosted, I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. I feel family was like very influential in this person ghosting you, turning their back on you, going in an opposite direction, whatever the deal is here. But there, it doesn't matter because you're my soulmate. It must be written in the stars because you most definitely are my destiny. We belong together, which reminds me of that song that actually it came on last night, didn't it? The James Arthur and what's her name again? Is it? It's not Adele. Oh, I can't remember her name. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I keep doing this. But that means something because I do know her name. But when I keep forgetting when I'm doing it, it's because it's like this person's all the memories are flooding back to them and it's on the edge of their awareness. Because in counselling, when something's on the edge of someone's awareness, it's an exciting bit because it's like, you're getting somewhere with your own epiphanies, which is better than somebody telling you how you feel. And that's why, see, when it comes to people in denial and repressed feelings and stuff, like you might be able to see something long before the person, whether it's love, usually love when we're talking about stuff like that, or it's not bad romance, it's poker face. So it fits even more. Can't read my poker face. But you know what I mean? But the important thing is, whether it's about love or clarity in any area of life, definitely if you're a counsellor, you've got to let the person have the epiphany themselves. Um, but yeah, you're mysterious. I can never seem to figure you out. Sometimes I feel like you're hiding something from me. Never really know where I stand with you. But when I piece all that together, and then we also got I miss holding you and trust me. So again, it just really, really, when I'm looking at all of this, it really strongly feels like, family, specifically maybe a mum, has like, you know, pushed this to go away from you rather than towards you. But now this person's taking responsibility for the decisions they made. Because again, you can never blame and shame serves no one. Just means there's a heavy influence from this person's family. And yeah, but it's like they know that you're their twin flame and they miss holding you, and like there's it kind of feels like as well, like it could be for some people, like this person's mum doesn't even know like who their twin flame is, blah blah blah, all this kind of stuff. But it's like or if they do, it's like this person spoke shit about you and now they're taking personal responsibility to sort it all out, kind of thing. I don't know. There's loads of different ways this could go, but I think the mother wounds is the biggest bit. So we'll hold that up. Um, of course, for some people, God, that's taking a whole different angle. Some people could have been abandoned by, mother figures or something in some sort of way. I mean, that's usually how it goes anyway if there's a problem with the mum, but it's like I could see how that would be something too, because it says mother wounds ghosted, because I can think of some of you where, like I've said, like you've had to cut off like an actual mum. But yeah, you're my soulmate, trust me, and I miss holding you. I think that's quite a. Let's see if I can hold up all of these. Can I fit my face in? It's 26 degrees. Oh yeah, so we're just we're actually slightly hotter than you then, if I'm working that out. I was hospitalized almost all day yesterday till about 8. Oh my God, Nathan, that is terrible. Oh my God, I hope you're staying dehydrated now then. So you out and back home now? Right, make sure. So I don't know if you know that, I don't know if you've ever heard me say this, but if that was through dehydration, which I don't know if it was, everybody, if you've never heard me saying this or anyone else, if you, oh fuck's sake, it's not caught up to where it's at, so I'm gonna have to shit. If you drink, hi Beck, if you drink even just a sip of water, if you or someone else is dehydrated around you, like a kid or an adult, get them to drink a sip of water every 15 minutes, and that can prevent hospitalization. That's only when it's dehydration. Always wise to check, but just in case anyone didn't know that. I always remember that because my mum told me that when I was a baby. The doctor told her that. Baby Claire was still like, look, I'm no fucking digging this, son. Do you know what I mean? And I'm still the same. Wait a minute. Can we get to the bit where I was holding the cards up? It's quite funny, right? I used this setting spray today, which is apparently meant to be great for, if you're sweating or swimming, which, I don't tend to sweat too much, like unless it is sweltering like this. I mean, try not sweating and this kind of thing. But like swimming, I never go swimming. So, but I just thought it was funny. Like when I watched the girl shorts, I thought I'm interested. So I got it, and I was like, I'm like, she went swimming and everything, and it was perfect. But like, I don't know. I'm going to test it again tomorrow because it's boiling here again tomorrow. But I would say maybe it has worked because my makeup did stay on, but I was still sweating. I don't know. I don't know. Try to work out if it's a little bullshit. Right. Have I just, did we go past it? Sorry. Do you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna have to do it again. I don't know if I got it, but see if I don't, and it's always, I don't even end up fucking using them. But I think that makes the most sense if this is what ends up being the story. Not exactly a smiling moment, but of a sad story. Is this in real time now? Let's catch up to real time. This is a problem. Right, there. Let's see. Right, yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Because, like I said, it might not. But again, even if that doesn't come out again, I felt those cards were telling me that. So we'll shuffle and see if they come out again. like I said, it's a bit too many for the thing, but if that's what comes out, that's what comes out. And again, because it's like it's Aquarius moon conjunct Pluto, that can be like shocking, surprising twists and turns, epiphanies, aha moments. Juno, like Juno going direct in Scorpio now too. Well, definitely if you've got Juno and Scorpio, 100%. Like if you're feeling like that's happening to you, that's what's happening to you. You're having big aha moments. Like I said, for a lot of people, I feel it's going to be like you went the wrong way in love, and now you've got the epiphanies of the way you want to go. It's like a train turning around and going redirecting, and that's why we got so many cards last night that say impasse and redirect, like I wrote in the community tab. I'm going to assume you can hear me. I didn't do the mic check. Yeah, I was like, just because I was like, nobody's actually. Yeah, but I suppose with you saying how it is. Right, so let's just get on with this. So while I was trying to pick some Aquarius cards, because I like to do that, I'm quite geeky like that. I don't know if you noticed, but like, I mean, I'm sure you noticed I'm geeky in full stop, but like with the astrology, I always pick my cards that remind me of the moon signs. I always pick like more sort of wacky ones or galactic ones and stuff like that. So but as I was doing that, I would love it if I could find the rest of this deck because it's hilarious. But I only found like three or four of them. But the one that pulled my attention in was some good shit is about to happen. So that, and then look at the back, get the fuck out your head. That's not the back of that actual card, but it does. Like if I put, I think we've already got the thumbnail, but so again, I feel going off the back of that, like, you know what I mean? Maybe it's because if you're getting the clarity that you were influenced by whoever it was, family or friends or whoever, and I wouldn't be surprised if that, I was manipulated and the ghosting you comes out with all this. But like whatever it is, it's like some good shit's about to happen if you get out of your head. So don't let your issues fuck it up. That's literally what it says. Figure shit out on your own, which I look, and then it's got the wee lightning bolt, which I'll associate with Aquarius Moon, which we're in right now. So I always I take that to mean like working things out for yourself and not following to the beat of anyone else's drum. Don't talk to anyone, don't look at anyone. You need some fucking time alone, and you know why. But again, I think that's about don't tell anyone your shit. Get in your heart, it misses you. Get the fuck out of your head, or get out the fuck out of your head, and your heart misses you and some good shit's about to happen. Don't let your issues fuck it up. Yes, I think that's relevant too. So right, let's get right into this because, like I said, it's too hot really to be sitting here for hours and hours. So, I'm home now. Yes, Claire, I will be doing some cleaning. My apartment has been atrocious because of me being sick. But yeah, I went to the hospital for seizure. Oh God, I'm so sorry, Nathan. Seizures triggered by krypton. Oh God, sorry to hear that. Um, now, are you meaning from like people around you or you yourself? Are you meaning like that's from your neighbours? Because I remember you saying about your neighbours. Yeah, your neighbour leaking into your room from your neighbour. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I just read the next bit. Sorry. Sorry to hear that. That's horrendous. I remember living above somebody that was smoking hash like all day, all night, and it was fucking horrible because it was like I think the floorboards weren't insulated or something, and it was coming up through the floorboards. It was making me stoned. Do you know what I mean? I didn't even fucking smoke this stuff. Do you know what I mean? It was like, but it wasn't funny. It was horrible. You know what I mean? So occasionally, actually, there's definitely one of my neighbors that likes to have a wee smoking at it, but that's not too bad. Like this was like every fucking night. So yes. Right. Okay. So this is a divine feminine. Oh yeah, I didn't even explain the title. So that was basically it. But I've put wake me up when I'm wiser and I'm older because Avicii was playing, so wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older, too high. But it kind of fit, I think it feels with like if family were influencing too much, like, that it was like preventing you from making your own decisions. Family influence, ghosting, missing you, yeah. So it's pretty self-explanatory. So let's see. Now this will be really interesting if we get well, mother obviously, or anything, I suppose it'd be mother, father, or if the queen or the king come out, because the queen card always reminds me of like a you know, like a controlling sort of female energy that came out not long ago. But let's see. So, like I said, hopefully we'll be done with these dark family tales, you know, when we move into Leo season the 23rd, because it's like I'm getting kind of sick of them. Like, but yeah, they are. Thank you, I've had quite a few you saying to me, you know, that they're scarily resonating. So, like through email, that's people let me know. So, um, and yeah, so I was going to look at people's Juno, but I'll wait until a few more people arrive. So, but only if you emailed me. So, only one person emailed me, so that makes it kind of easy for me. If I've got your chart already saved on my phone, I can look quickly. But I've probably already told you, but let's see. So, what have we got? I'll do it at the end though. But remind me, I might forget. What have we got? But like I said, even if you haven't got Juno and Scorpio, because obviously not everyone is going to have that, um, you've got Scorpio somewhere, and that Juno and Scorpio, yeah, could be giving you clarity and aha moments. But like I said, it's more just I think anybody in a relationship, or if you're in the wrong relationship or a karmic relationship, um, yeah, you could be having a change in perspective. Like you were going the wrong way, you're going the right way now, kind of thing. That's what Mercury retrograde does every year too. And every Mercury retrograde, there's always a group of people that get hoodwinked and go, it's not the wrong way, it's the way you're meant to go to learn the lessons. And then when it redirects, it's like, oh my God, what have I done? You know what I mean? But when you learn your lessons, you know, you don't need to keep fucking doing that. That's not just in love, that's in any area. Right, okay, so what have we got for the divine feminine or the people around the divine feminine, male or female? So, now this is very interesting. We've got a fortune teller. Kind of flipped out like that, didn't it? So, capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. Or the shadow attributes, because it kind of flipped, is selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. So that would be like the equivalent of, I think, the divination abuser thing. But it's so funny how the feminines always come out with things that feminines actually do. Do you know, like healers or like reading cards or like speakers? It's really quite interesting, like male and female kind of thing. But yeah, look, fortune teller. So you're some kind of visionary. But because it flipped out, there could be. I'm wondering if there might be like copycat energies that, you know, like abuse their psychic gifts, like people that, you know, siphon in your energy to confuse people. We'll see, just because it flipped. Right. What have we got for the masculine? Student again, but it was in reverse. So again, I think without even reading the words, I think this is somebody that either is still not learning their karmic lessons, and again, it could be about listening to family too much, or in the past that they kept repeating that lesson of letting family rule their life. Arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Yeah, so it could be like this person knew that they shouldn't be doing that, but they didn't know how to get out of that cycle. Humility and devotion to knowledge, openness, lifelong learning. That's it upright. So yeah, we'll get more though. What have we got to go with the visionary for the divine feminine? But again, remember, like I always say, this is both. So that means also the masculine is also a visionary, probably being prevented from sharing it with that coming out in reverse for now. Or but also it means that divine feminine, you could have had like, you know, been repeating some kind of karmic cycle, like might have been preventing you from sharing your gifts at some point, whether it was family, friends, or lovers, you know, because it doesn't always need to be, if this person's dealing with family, you could have been having friends like that. But you could both have a family like that. Somebody could have a karmic lover, someone could have a karmic, you know how it goes. Right. So divine feminine. Hermit in reverse withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgment of others, refusing to help those in need. Hermit upright is seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. So you could be some kind of visionary hermit, but also because it kind of, well, I think it did come out of verse, you could also feel like on the outside of society. That's what Aquarius energy is. That came out reversed too. Assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. See what I mean? Codependency. So I think they're telling you there's a lot of codependency around this masculine group, male or female, whether it's you or your person. It's not everybody's. Remember, don't make every single one yours. Provide strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation and reward. But that could mean someone was manipulated. This is looking like this person's being manipulated by family. I wonder if that well, it could be family and friends and lovers, you know, the whole fucking shebang, but we'll see if that card comes out. Trickster. Right, as I said that. Manipulating others. Fucking hell. Manipulating others, yeah. Through duplicity. Transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behaviour. But trickster, I feel this person was surrounded by tricksters. So if that sounds like it's you, which going by the other night, I'd say the people that were here last night, actually quite a few would be like, that was actually me. So, but destroyer, that's like the tower. Releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. Yeah, it feels like this masculine is preparing for a new life, and you could have guided them out of the dark. Represents the nature of the divine and life within yourself. Oh, deep messages. What's in the back? Detective. See, that's Moon conjunct Pluto soon. It's quite late tonight in the UK, but it'll be like, you know, whatever, your tea time or something in America. Great powers of observation, intuition, desire to speak the truth. But yeah, again, I think there could be manipulation, tricksters getting exposed in this energy. Also, with the Capricorn full moon being about karma, it's karma raining down on people if you stop them from receiving what is divinely meant. Hey, I'm just a messenger. Right, okay, so right, let's get the blocks card. So what have we got for a block in the past for the divine feminine, male or female? Not talking. You aren't communicating your needs clearly. You need to discuss how you feel. So, as a divine feminine, male or female, you could have had very strong feelings for this person, but you hid them. You didn't tell them when you were around them, you masked them very well. If you've got strong Scorpio energy, like Scorpio sun, moon, or rising, you know, you could be fucking top notch, amazing at that. Yes, that's me too, because I've got my Pluto conjunct my Scorpio rising. Even when I'm upset, people can't tell. It's, you know, it is a skill, but it's not a very good skill, is it? But yeah, like it is and it isn't. Do you know what I mean? But like, but with my unique combination, because I'm an Aries and because I'm so strong anyway, even when I'm fucking crying, telling people I'm feeling really shit, it feels like nobody even believes me. So like, it's kind of frustrating. I'm used to it, but like I said, I've got my, I was gonna say my people, I've got my person. That I've got people. I've got. There's only like I can think of like a tiny wee handful of my friends that I would be that, as in like two people I can think that I would really lay it all out to like that. You aren't communicating your needs clearly. You need to discuss how you feel. Yeah. So the feminine, I feel at some point in the past, like you said, you didn't share your feelings, and so guess what happened? The person mirrored you. So I'm sure almost everyone at this point resonates with that. And then you probably got to the point where you're like, I can't fucking keep this anymore. I don't fucking care what they say to me. I'm telling them how I feel. Everyone can fucking make a big drama about it if they want. Right, so um nearly set my hair on fire. Can tell it's Mercury and Leo. Welcome to the show. And it's gonna be Mercury retrograde. It's because the fans like I could put it there, but I just don't want my hair to get stuck in it. Right. I actually done this before I came on, but I felt like because that felt like quite heavy, I needed to do it again. But also that means that the masculine is guilty of, oh shit, I just dropped that in my dress. Um, the masculine's guilty of not talking and not sharing their feelings, but they could blame you because you never done it. That's quite funny, isn't it? It is how it works. They mirror you. I know I can even take that in my own kind of like, do you know what I mean? It is because I stayed quiet for so fucking long. Oh God. Right. Okay, so what have we got for, let's put that back, see if it comes out. What have we got for the block for the masculine in the past? And let's see if it comes out again. We'll give it a good old shuffle. What was the masculine's block in the past? And family legacies jumping up in the telly, you know what I mean, with the message. So like, there's more confirmation. Um, Like it could, people might not have wanted to upset their family legacy or something. What was I going to say? I don't know. It'll come back to me. Yeah, this can be past, present, or future. But we're going with past. Getting crumbs. Oh my God, is it that one? No, it's not. I thought it was the one where you're selling. Getting crumbs. You deserve more than crumbs of affection. Wait for the one who adores you. That's come out quite a lot in the past wee while. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That's just come on. So that's kind of like that card I read. Something good is about to happen. Don't let your issues fuck it up. I got a feeling. Imagine, I might put that in the title instead. So yeah, this masculine in the past was settling for crumbs. And it feels like they're saying you have learned that. I want another one with that though. You've learned that you deserve someone that adores you. Like you don't need to settle for crumbs. Oh, see how that look unlovable. Practice radical self-acceptance and love yourself with all your flaws. Yeah. So again, this is a lot of people do this, men and women. This person in the past settled for not what they wanted, Like there's loads of things that we could say, but they settled for not what they really wanted because of they felt unlovable. So it was a lot easier to be with people where you're not too bothered if you're not getting, the love back in the way that you deserve it because you're not all in anyway. But this person has practiced self-love. If you're past this and they're over being a victim, you feel helpless to change your love life, but you can change whenever you want. So it feels like this is somebody. Oh yeah, and that's what I titled the shorts for. Is that for tomorrow or today? Might have been today's one. I titled something paradigm shift. It feels like this person's having a total paradigm shift, or they're about to have that with the, retrograde and the Aquarius moon and all the shit that I've said. Like that they do deserve, the best. Like they've done the work basically to feel like, nah, I do deserve what I want. Right. I forgot the scripture, so well, I didn't forget. I saw them over there and I couldn't be bothered getting them when I started. To be honest. We'll do it now. Better late than never, better late than never might be relevant. So we've got Nahum, not Nathan, but Nahum 1-7. So the 1st of July could have been significant, or the 7th of January. From his abundance, we have all received one gracious blessing after another. John 1:16, 16th of January could be significant. So don't know why I showed that because you can't even fucking really see it. But right, I think before we get crack-a-lacking, now I don't say that, but I don't know what made me say it. So does somebody say that? Don't know, it's just kind of random. Oh my God. Just spread that away. I'm going to shuffle these cards because I want to see if I was manipulated into ghosting you comes out. Um, right, so that's I sent my dad a picture of my tea and he's just saying it looks nice. I thought he was actually going to take the piss. Because it does look very nice. So that was a shocking reply, actually. That's funny. Actually, that looks nice too. Right. Right. So also when I get texts coming in, it could be like, unexpected communication, especially because there's so much unexpected energy. So could you tell us something about, we'll just use these for the present actually. Could you tell us like presently then, already? You deserve better than them, yeah. So you see what I mean? It's like this person saying, you deserve better than that past version of me, or for some people, the person that I still am, because I'm too easily influenced. Now, they wouldn't say that, but I'm too easily influenced by the others around me. Like, I can't think for myself, you know what I mean? Like, I have to kind of okay it with my family or my friends or everyone like that. Um, you deserve better than me. So it's like I worked on myself or I'm working on myself. Let's see if that comes out now. Oh, fucking hell, they're leaping out. Jesus, this person's keen to talk. Um, I'm around tricksters and I've been guiding myself at least out the dark. Major changes going on. I'm very glad to hear it, Nathan. Wow, look at this. Look at what I just said. Because again, if you're new, the guides and God are just speaking through me. If you've got the third eye to see, you'll be able to see that yourself without me saying it. I want to treat you the way you deserve. See what I mean? You deserve better than them, and I always take it to mean the past version of me. And I now want to treat you the way you deserve in the present because I'm not that person anymore. It's like the same person coming back, but without the bullshit, basically. I'm waking up. I see signs about you and our situation, and it freaks me out sometimes how accurate they are. But I would say that this person is specifically waking up to the trickster manipulation energy around them. Unfortunately, family coming through strong on this one. Just with the mother wounds card. So what else? So this person's oh my well, sorry, I just realised how I did pause quite a bit with those cards. I just realised how fucking spot on that is. Like I'm not saying that I'm spot on, I'm delivering it. But that is spot on with astrology. Like with Juno going direct in Scorpio because it's detective energy and with the Aquarius moon, the person could literally be waking up like right now. You know what I mean? Like for once, this could be real time energy shifts. And or it could be talking about the upcoming Mercury retrograde. Let me message you. If I don't reply, I'm planning what to say. I get stressed when you message me again, asking what's wrong. Nothing was wrong. Now it is because I feel paranoid. I've done something wrong. Don't rush me. I don't know about you, but I don't think my collective do that. Nah, we're not doing that bullshit. Do you know what I mean? In this collective, I don't usually say it like that, but you know what I mean. I feel the person that will be messaging is the masculine. Will be messaging the divine feminine. I don't think you're going to be chasing after this person because they ghosted you. So I don't. I think it's you're going to have to work hard to let you know that you're important in their life because you know you would have to heal that yourself of feeling so like you don't matter and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I don't think you would be kind of continuously messaging this person. Is my feeling. I was selfish and stuck in ego. I fantasize about you. I'm afraid that I've lost you forever. I'm sorry I couldn't be what you needed me to be. Wow, and they all jumped out, so that really fits as well. Right, okay. So we might go back to them at some point, but I wanted to use them in case I forgot. I think I want to use now. Will I use them? I'll put them there. I might use them at one of the other bits. I'll definitely use them at one of the other bits actually because I want to see if the mother, put it this way, if the mother card comes out again, or even father, that's going to be really freaky because remember that happened on the shorts the other week. And the thing is, when it happened on the shorts the other week, there, it might have even just been last week. That can be that energy catching up. So you might want to, you know what I mean? Depends how much, how deep you look into all this, you know what I mean? But sometimes these ones I've done, not sometimes, a lot of the time, like, you know, weeks, months, even years back, could be manifesting now. So, hello, Charlotte. How are you doing? What are you cooking? What are you cooking? Um, right. So let's use it for this bit now. Yeah, actually, I didn't answer enough questions, but let's go to these actually. So, what is potentially keeping the divine feminine stuck in the past and the South Node repeating karmic lessons, if anything at all? The hunt. Now that's interesting. That's got a very hard man in it, actually. But the hunt might actually, I'm tempted to look to see what this is about. Oh, fuck, I've just opened up at the book too. You must be careful who you hunt with. In other words, be very mindful who influences you. That's why they got me. I thought that was weird because I would just say anything, but it's like, because they just say it through me. That's why they got me to read that because this is also the divine feminine's, sorry, the divine masculine's feelings. So really listen in. You know, your divine masculine, whether you're male or female, your feminine side is your intuition, your feelings, the way you receive love, if you're even able to, if you trust people enough to do that. A lot of people don't. Um, and this is saying exactly what I've channeled. Be very mindful who influences you, and what's coming through heavily is family influences this person in a bad way. It is positive to sustain focus on what you may wish to experience or obtain, but not at the cost of your virtue or the safety of others. You must use your struggle for good. Okay, so that's the feminine, but it's also more feels like the masculine feminine side. Let's see if it comes out again. We're supposed to be a healthy salad. Kids swap days around and it feeds on smileys. Hey, sometimes life's like that. I was having a day counting all the calories and watching what I was eating. And I was like, my dad came back. He was like, do you want a beer? When he came back from the shop, I was like, Dad, I don't drink. And he was like, oh yeah, you always forget. And he's really good. He never pressurizes me with stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? For the first sort of couple of years, this was like years ago now, when I stopped drinking. Him and like the rest of them are like, oh, go on, go on, go on, take a drink, and then they really got it, and they're all brilliant. Like if anything, they'll be like, but you don't drink, and you know what I mean? Because I mentioned to him the other day, I got a couple of mixed cans for like when I go out to the festival, and he didn't say anything like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, then, but like, he was like, why? And I was like, oh, it's just because, you know what I mean, in case you want a drink before we go out. But I'm just thinking ahead in case they're sold out. But I was like, but actually, I don't think I should do that because that's why I got so drunk the last time. So, but anyway, they're there just to be polite. You know what I mean? If like friends are around or something. But yeah, it was quite funny because I actually really wanted one of those beers, but I was like, I can't because I don't mix my work with drinking. I mean, like I said, I typically don't drink anyway, but it's not like we get fucking days like this very often. So, but I didn't do it because then I would cancel this. I'm that serious about it. I don't mix because if you've heard all my hilarious stories, actually a lot of which happened on Aquarius moons that we're on now, before. It wasn't actually so much about my boundaries. It was really working it all out. That basically, long story short, when I drink, they've got more access to me. Basically, I was giving people mediumship readings on the street and that. I was doing a Teresa Caputo. Like it was just happening. And it's not good. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure it's great for the free readings for people in the street, but it's not, I don't like that. So now I've got very strong boundaries. Like they don't, um, I've got the most, yeah, now I'm thinking of loads of funny stories over the years. Um, like the funniest one, I've never told this story actually. Like one of my best friends, and this was like, oh my God, I think this was like 15 years ago or so. This was a long time ago. And she's tiny, but she was trying to carry me up the stairs, right? And it was like, she said I was talking to somebody that wasn't there. But what's funny is she doesn't really believe it. Like she believes in astrology, but she doesn't believe in anything else. But I was like, let's face it, they were there, but they just weren't there. You know what I mean? They were there in spirit. But that was funny. I think she was a bit puzzled by that because she was like, you were having a full blown conversation. So I was like, yeah, I probably was having a full blown conversation with a spirit person. You know what I mean? So I probably don't get it. It was funny. This, yeah, that's why I don't drink, guys. Right. So most of the time, right. What have we got for the masculine? Let's see if that card comes out again. Whenever, wherever we're meant to be together, I'll be yours and you'll be mine. And that's the deal, my dear. Shakira's on. Shakira. Power. So this masculine, I think that's the thing. Look at the lightning bolt. So if you're new, when I go that to my nose, it's actually hips don't lie. That is the one where she says Shakira. Oh no, oh fuck knows, I don't know. But there's a power struggle going on here. It feels like for this masculine group, male or female, there's a power struggle going on with the people around you because she's holding a lightning bolt. So, like, remember what I said? Lightning bolts to me always remind me of Aquarius or Uranus energy. So I just think there's some really shocking, surprising, unpredictable moments, and I feel like this masculine is grabbing their power back. So basically, if you're stuck in the South Node, you're letting other people control you. But if you take your power back, you've got the control, right? I'm going to keep these for give us some for the present energy. I know I've done that with other cards, but freedom. Yeah, the Pegasus. Oh, that's interesting. That's one of my guides. So the Pegasus, freedom. So I feel, if you're the divine feminine, if you've not already done this, which some of you have, I know I have, if you are following your North Node and you're following your destiny, and again, you've got to do that long before the twin flame. That's how you magnetize that person towards you by following your own calling and basically letting the fuck go. But it's like, you've come into some kind of freedom, or that's what you need to do. You need to break free. But you see how emotionally divine masculine needs to do the same. If I could be bothered, I'd get those cards as like fast track to ascension, but I don't know where they are. Masculine presently. Oh, guardianship. Oh, very interesting. So again, instantly what came to me with this is First of all, this masculine collective could work very closely with dragons. That is so freaky. That's so freaky. Look, I done what I was told. That's weird. Look what I've got sitting right beside me, and I don't use them all the time. Fucking dragon cards. So seriously, like I bet. So let me know if that's you. Like some of you really connect very strongly with dragons as guides. So I don't, because I don't always know. I just pick up the card. I just trust. But yeah, look, there's a baby dragon there. So I feel the dragons guide you very closely. Whether you, some of you will be aware of it, some of you won't be so aware, but you might be drawn to films with like dragons and stuff. But let's see what that says, because this is where you're at presently, if it's yours. Um, you are precious. Know that what you value and oh, wait a minute. You're precious. Know that what you value and what your values are. Guard your own true self and your authenticity. Ensure your boundaries are strong. Oh my God. Look how that fits. And also, Capricorn full moon energy, which we're still in, is about boundaries. Ensure your boundaries are strong. So basically, if you don't feel like you've got boundaries with your family, that's the problem, or friends, or whoever's influencing you. Protect your ideas. Yeah, see how I said with that other card, don't tell people. Don't tell people your ideas. Ensure your property is safe and secure. Fuck, that's quite specific. That's quite specific. So however, but I did feel with the first hit with that was it feels like this masculine's protecting you if you're the feminine. Now, unfortunately, it could be from like the people around them. Like they, I don't. There's something coming through with that. Right. So, right. Let's. What will I use for the feminine? Right. Karmic lessons. What's been learned and what needs to be released. Again, I say this every time, but there, I need to change those questions because it's like reminding me of that shamanic one I read every Saturday. They're a bit samey, and I wrote these. So, um, but yeah, my dad was trying to give me crisps and fucking everything like that. I had some crisps. They were quite nice. So that's my vice. I was like, no, not crisps. I just spent because I haven't eaten loads. It's like it's fine. You know what I mean? Balance, guys. I just spent the last half an hour killing maggots. Oh man, a clear sign I've let things fester in the physical and need to restore my and purify my boundaries with healthier. Yes, Nathan, you said it absolutely. So remember, Nathan, I'm sure you've done it already, but give the place a sage. Use the smudge because the smudge sage first and then tidy up because that lifts energy and it gives you the energy to tidy up. Says me, and there's fucking cards all over the floor, but I'll do that tomorrow. Although I might not because it's so fucking hot. I just want to get well. That's a lie. I don't want to get outside. I just know that I should get outside because it's not healthy to sit in that for too long. You know what I mean? Like at least I've been out and got a bit of the sun away from the people. I can't endure it. There's too many fucking people. You know what I mean? I'm sitting in the garden. Right. Okay. So what have we got? What have we got for what karmic lessons are being learned or what needs to be released? And you might have already released them, but let's see. Right, yeah, see, I mean, that's why I said that. You're on the right path. Love is a beautiful journey and you're on the right path, divine feminine. That was what I was feeling, but I just wanted to have a wee check. So we'll use these for the masculine too. Closure, whoa, fucking hell, look at this. Not all connections are meant to be except closure. Boom, drop the mic. That's the closing the door on that's the, I can tell this is very heavily influenced by Juno retrograde. That's people closing the doors on things that are not meant to be. So this could have been going on for a while. Someone's like, again, for the obvious ones being like if people have got property together, weird with that card that said make sure whatever it said safe and secure property. But closing out, long-term relationships or marriages in some cases, finalizing divorces. And if it's not all of that, you'll know what it is. But putting closure to things that are not meant to be, karmic cycle done. Boom. Right, let's see. Let's see with this one, because if that card comes out, I'm gonna be like, holy fuck. Um, let's see. What karmic lessons are they learning? What needs to be released? Are you gonna give us the same cards? One of the same cards, ghosted. I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. So I think with that one coming out, what it means is the reason and the influence behind this person ghosting you, for some people, it isn't like a mum or family. For some people, it's like a best friend because they're pulling out the word friend. And that card actually says all this shit about someone being an amazing friend. So, but they're just pulling them into friend. So it's like, you know what I mean? Some people, it could have been like a friend or a friendship group. Spoiling you. I want to give you the good life. I want to spoil you with gifts, trips, everything you could ever need. You deserve nothing less. So again, there's obviously this energy of this person has realised they've been heavily influenced by people that didn't have their best interests at heart. Um, Unclear. I don't know how to feel about this connection anymore, but I feel that's this person saying, I thought I knew the truth and I thought I was right. And now I'm having a mindset shift. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. What if I've listened to the wrong people and turned on the wrong person kind of vibes? Wild side. There's a wild side to you I haven't seen, and I want to see you let loose and get wild. Let's have some fun. That's certainly Aquarius moon vibes, but feeling lost and I'm sorry. So again, the other cards didn't pop out, but I'm sorry. I hate how much I've hurt you. I'm sorry, so sorry for all the pain I've caused. You didn't deserve any of it. Feeling lost. I'm trying to make this work, but I feel so lost. I don't know what to say or do anymore, and it's easier just to stay in silence. So again, quite sad vibes there. But I'd say if it's still tying in with what came out at the start, you would be feeling lost and alone and like you trusted the wrong people. So praying for anyone that's in that position. Um, right, shadow work. Let's do the Pluto cards for that. Right, so what have we got for shadow work for the Divine Feminine? Divine Masculine's feminine side. Oh, Salamander. Divine Masculine, Feminine's masculine side. Oh, The Contract. I've no idea what that is, but that song's called The Contract. Notice how I just said that about properties, marriages, businesses. I didn't say businesses, but whatever you deem a contract, because that can be karmic contracts, especially, by the way, if anyone has Capricorn in the seventh house, because the seventh house is about like soul contracts, but it's about actual contracts, but it's about soul contracts with karmic people, as well as like, you know, it could be contracts with anyone, it could be contracts with your twin flame, contracts with anyone, but definitely karmic contracts too. Right, okay, so keep in mind that this is the shadow work. I pulled my eyes right to it. 21, something's coming full circle, an ending. And that does feel, and it also still in the full moon is about endings. The alchemical process, there's the Juno and Scorpio, Pluto conjunct the moon, you know what I mean? It's all the energies I spoke about. The alchemical process harnessing your eternal flame. Oh, it's that one. In alchemical thought, the salamander is strongly linked to the element of fire and plays a catalytic role in the process of alchemy. The poisonous bodies of the salamanders are sacrificed to complete the philosopher's stone, which is a great work which is a great work of such a practice, symbolizing the perfection of enlightenment. The arrival of an amphibious friend means that your eternal fire is now required for your own alchemical transformation. Sometimes it's important to reflect on what ignites your internal flame, what inspires you, excites you, makes you come alive. Come alive, do 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 do, you're electrified. When the world is full of fantasy and you're living with your eyes wide open. Sorry, I can never not sing that when I read that bit. But also, that song's relevant to this because somebody's like awakening and they're like feeling alive. Um, they're feeling excited again. Um, Often feelings of fear, excitement, and anticipation go hand in hand. Move closer to this combination of emotions now. Now I want to sing Move Closer. In this chapter of your life, it is necessary to push the envelope and challenge yourself by stepping outside the bubble of comfort. You already know what exists there. Try something new instead. So basically, if you're Divine Feminine, this is what you've done. You moved outside your comfort zone, or you need to, because it's shadow work. So again, you've either done that shadow work but it never stops. Or you need to move out your comfort zone even more. Feels a little bit like when I said, you know, if you're feeling a little bit like myself, you know, that I don't feel so much there now, but I've integrated it now. But you know, the last time I done a big quantum leap, you know, jump to a higher timeline, um, it did leave me quite uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, whoa, everything feels really different, and it's like I've had to grieve some of the changes that have went on. You know what I mean? But it's like now I feel quite settled, and it's like, you know, I feel like that full moon was bringing up the last of the grief that I needed to let go of. So again, a lot of those cards were reflecting, you know, grief came up and stuff like that. So some of you could feel like that too, or it might be what's coming. And again, if you want to do a quantum leap to your highest timeline, because that's what I help people do, have a mindset shift of my Sag moon conjunct my Uranus and Sag and my South Node, help you release the past, which is why I've got them incorporated into these questions. I will do a fuck it, let's go challenge at some point again. It might not be like way until later in the year, like, you know, a fire season, like maybe Sagittarius, maybe in the build up to Christmas or something. But if you're in the second level of the membership, I do plan on doing like a mini version of it. I just haven't kind of worked out how I want to do that. So, but I'll not procrastinate till that. I'll probably do it because that's the whole point of fucking let's go. I'll do something like that where I'll do wee short videos in there. So, I don't know why I'm shuffling them again, actually. Oh, that's why. Okay, we'll need to read that too. Puppet Master, fuck. So you see, that's really sad, isn't it? Puppet, that came out the other week. Puppet Master. This person was being manipulated by, again, whoever the Puppet Master is. Like, that can be a controlling partner, a controlling family, controlling friends, could be all of it. And maybe you're waking up to that with the shifts of the, you know, the retrograde. And also, we've got Saturn going retrograde on Sunday to join Neptune retrograde. Snake. Sometimes it's you're going through a rebirth. Sometimes it's representing Year of the Snake, especially because that came up in the shamanic one you'll see tomorrow. But sometimes it's snake in the grass. That card actually means divine feminine in this. So someone's awakening to their divine feminine after being in an abusive relationship. Devil, addiction, abuse, aggression, control. That's quite specific, but that's very clear. Someone's realizing who's the divine feminine and who's the devil. Because that snake card's divine feminine and this is devil. Someone's realizing love. It's that love and lust thing. And for some people, they could have had it mixed up as well, because that's what manipulative fucks do. They, you know what I mean? Puppet Master. Let's read this. Projection, distortion, the ego, self-awareness. The gatekeeper of the depths of our psyches will always be the ego. Though the ego isn't fundamentally a bad thing, much of psychology and spiritual work deals with acquiring the self-awareness to recognise when the ego has stepped into the limelight and we're acting from the wound. The Puppet Master represents this wounded ego in its lessons. Consider the artwork of the card for a moment. Notice how the head of the Puppet Master, if you can see it, seems to form the heads of Cerubius, the dog shadow projected on the wall. Sometimes we're the victim of other people's projections, it's true, but often times we're the projector. If this card has appeared in a reading, it's time for you to figure out in which case, right now, keeping in mind that both can be true at once. Mindful awareness is required for you to discern not only if you're acting from the wound, but also which one. If you're triggered in your trauma, which when we've been doing the trauma release, the way things appear and feel can be distorted. It's time to ground yourself, carve out some space to get quiet for clarity to rise to the surface. That's what it is. The clarity is rising to the surface. That this person feels like they were played like a puppet. And then I think they've went into hermit mode to work that one out, like awakening to their wiser self. Right, we'll read the swallow. This is big messages. But like I said, it does fit with what I've said for the astrology. Right. So this is Divine Masculine's card, but it's also the oh fuck, I've just opened up the one I read. The Divine Feminine's masculine side. 19. 19's the Sun card. Happiest card in the deck. But I mean, everybody might have different ones. Hope, optimism. This one. Last steps on a journey. Trust. The Swallow has deep ties to sailors and naval companies across the world. In the UK, a sailor earns a swallow tattoo for every 5,000 nautical miles they travel. Lore among sailors is that seeing a swallow is a sure sign you're approaching land, even if you can't see it yet. It represents the end of a journey back home. That feels like twin flames. The swallow card in this deck represents a similar sentiment, one of hope, optimism, and trust. And we had the trust card. Trust me, it said, didn't it? It is a sure sign that you're needing the completion of a cycle in some way. And again, Capricorn full moon's about that. The last steps of this journey are in front of you, even if you can't see them or are having trouble believing they're there. Muster whatever strength and resiliency you can and trust that you have nearly made it, Divine Masculine. Love this message. You may require faith in something higher or bigger than yourself, something divine and omnipotent that seems the grand plan. Trust that you're fully supported in this journey and will be carried where you need to go, when you need to be there. Whatever the end of this cycle represents for you, know that hope is present. Find a way to grab onto it and trust that after being out at sea for so long, your landing on solid ground is imminent. Ooh, your union is imminent. I think we need to use that. That's exciting. I think we need to use that deck now. Our union is imminent. Imagine it actually is one of these times I'm taking the piss with it. Let's see. Where are those cards? Here they are. Wait a minute. Let's actually check that card is in here. I think it's the one that says soon. By the way, I meant to say this. The one I ended, I don't know if it was I don't know if it was last night. I think it was last night's one. I think it was the one, whatever the one was. So, I think it was the Sagittarius one. This card was at the end and I didn't read it. Mine. I want to take the honouring path towards you, so I'm taking responsibility for my situation first. Wow, that was already in this. I'm coming forward to tell you how I feel. I know I have what it takes to make you mine. I'm ready for a new beginning. Right. So I think that's part of the message too. But that was basically, it was just, yeah, I don't know. It was just in my head. I never read it for some reason. I think I was just so tired. Right. So illusion in reverse. Yep, this person's coming to illusion. They drew me to it. Is it in here? Karmic battles drew my attention to. I love you. Oh, yeah, maybe I was. Look at that. I knew it wasn't in here. Oh, no, no. Is this it? No, it's not in here. I was right. That's surprise. I'm planning to surprise you soon with a gift from the heart. Yeah, it's not in there. Again, once again, if it was in there, I feel that would come out. Our reunion is imminent, but let's give these a shuffle because I picked it up. What would help with inner union then? Let's do that. What would help with inner union? Message of love. So, what would help with inner union? Divine feminine. If you haven't already taken a bit of time, now don't obsessively do it, but like, do it like before you go to sleep at night or when you wake up in the morning. Like, just spend a little bit of time visualizing a message coming towards you, or however, however you want to do it. Just visualize something like that and then let it go, And again, if it aligns with your person, things will come together. I'm thinking about you, my love, even though you think I'm not. I miss you every day and night. I'm curious to know what you've been doing, how your day go by without me. Sometimes I wonder, do you even think of me? Oh, it's that one. I'm feeling urge to reach out to you, my love, and I will. I promise. I'm feeling urge. It's a funny one. Doesn't seem as funny tonight, though, actually. But this person's feeling the urge to reach out because they're feeling their best self. They've been working out. They're feeling good. I want to be my best self for you. I'm working really hard. I can't stop the voice to level up for you and meet you as your equal, your mirror. I know we will always grow together, but I want you to be proud of who I am today. And again, it's like you're my mirror staring back at me. This person's having like really deep, profound realizations that you are their divine mirror, and they didn't listen to their divine mirror. They chose to listen to the people close around them. And again, right as I said that, American Idiot came up on the TV. So don't shoot the messenger, especially if you're American. But like, it's kind of like I feel this person's higher self is like, I feel like an idiot, like for not being able to see this. But of course, when it's people close around you, when you can't see through the manipulation, who's not been there? Like, you know what I mean? I know I certainly have been. So it's, you know, it's just really, it's sad more than anything, but it feels like this person wants to come forward as their best self and show you that they're thinking from their own, they're singing from their own hymn sheet, they're marching to their own fucking beat of their drum, you know what I'm saying? Person is American, of course they are, that's hilarious. Um Sleepless. Anxiety keeps me awake at night. My life has changed since I met you. I'm trying to figure out what this all means. I don't want to lose you. That's like what you said last night, Beck. Like about you're trying to figure out what it means. I don't want to lose you. The thought of you not being with me really keeps me up at night. So again, I feel this person's, you know, having sleepless nights, trauma reliving stuff, you know, just again, you'd feel just fucking like, oh my God. Imagine you'd side with the wrong people. It is a shit feeling. Um so that's what would help inner union. All right, I've hurried through these. Well, that's quite good because I did, like I said, I did kind of want to finish this within there. So I could slow down a bit because I've done them quite quick. And also, I didn't use, let's, there's what specifically, I don't usually ask. That's what I might change. I might add some. Could you tell me, I just want to know, is there any, what karmic influences are around, if any? Let's see if attachment comes out or the gossip card. Mindfulness, present, peaceful presence, quiet mind. It did come out in reverse, but I feel it's meant to come out upright. It's like I feel if you're the feminine, you're focused on keeping the peace. Like you don't have people around you that rock your peacefulness, and if you do, you quickly remove yourself. Yeah, look, mental clarity. Like you have got the mental clarity, and you're keeping it, and it's helping this masculine. So yeah, it seems like there's a lot of stuff that's been cleared here. Divine presence, the force of love and creation. I'd say this is like that. I'd say this is union imminent actually for this one, and because then look, we've got the guy healing 39 as well could be significant. Relaxation, peaceful pursuits, happy times. Is that or is that not? Like, look, you could be a masculine that's a female, but this is quite interesting. That like think about all the things I've said. This is somebody healing after a really rough time. You know what I mean? Like happy it's all over. Whatever it is, it'll be different for different people. Peaceful pursuits, happy times, yes. So when I'm asking about the karmic energies and none of the cards are coming out, that's a good sign. It's a fucking rare sign, but we'll take it. Oh, fuck's sake, you can barely see. I mean, I'll hold it up here. It's a guy in a hammock, just chilling. I've been singing that song and thinking of him because I saw Green Day recently. Oh my god, that's funny, isn't it? It's still on. Don't wanna be an American idiot. That's not my cup of tea, but I know the words. Um, right. Um, right. So could we get some advice? What's the advice that the feminine needs then? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I can do that, and then I'll do the soul retrieval bit. New beginnings. Look forward to a new beginning. Yeah, you see, that's why they got me to say visualize. Like, just spend a little bit of time visualizing, you know, like a happy outcome and release. And it might come in like you saw, or it might come in totally different. It might be even better for some of you because Queen is about surprising. But look forward to a new beginning. Let's see what the masculine gets. Because that's all, yeah, reciprocate. You see what I mean? Like, this is two people aligning. Express shared feelings. Yeah, this masculine group are being guided to share the feelings that are arising in them. But you've got to let go. Let go is sometimes necessary. Again, I feel it's because you've let go, this person's now springing forward. Triangle. Like that. So again, this could be clarification. Evaluation your emotions for a firm decision. Like you could have needed to take a step back because there was, you know, it can mean like karmic triangle, like a love triangle, but it could be like it feels like third party influence, and third party could be family, friends. Again, it could be like lovers and stuff too, but it's however it resonates. No, we'll do them at the end. Oh yeah, Juno. Please somebody remind me to do the Juno stuff at the end. Right. I wanted to use these. So let's use these. So these are the bit where I'll do 3 soul retrievals different people might need to book a session about. Detox the body. Wow, really needing to do it. Gut flora affects mood. Consider the role of a gut feeling. So either this is about booking a soul retrieval with me to clear your energy in general so that that clarity comes in, especially because dirty little secrets just popped up. So there might be some kind of secrets that would be in your best interest to find out about that I would be able to home in on. If there's something you need to know, I'm gonna be able to tell you what it is because that's my gift. I'm the friend that tells you what you needed to hear, but you might not have wanted to. That's from that shamanic deck, oil medicine. But yeah, or you've got literally something wrong with your gut, like could need some sort of healing around that. What have we got for another one? 2 came out. Helping hand, kick. It's not me. Look at this. Kickstart energy improvement with a healing session. Right after I'm saying about a healing session. But that's this bit. Reside fully in your skin, merge with every soul, occupy your being. But yeah, I feel this is about you need to book a session because it would be one of my big sessions about like helping you integrate your masculine and feminine, which I don't do with too many people. It's usually people I've had a few sessions with before, and it feels like it's time to do that. So they give me the go ahead. Because again, if you do it before you're ready, it's not that it's going to do nothing for you, but it's you got to be ready. You've got to have done all the other soul retrieval before it, right? So got to be strong enough. Salt water, salt bath or ocean. So again, I feel they're just saying that would be someone that needs a bit of guidance and teaching about how to cleanse your energy because not everything works for every person. Increase color in your life, add vibrancy to your chakras. Yes, I'm a color healer too. So again, it's something about clearing the chakras. Right. Kind of slowly. Well, I wouldn't. I was waiting to say I'm slowly learning to tidy up as I go. Oh, wait a minute. Let's pull some dragon cards because of what I said. So, um, what do we need to know about the future of this connection? Decision. Yeah, it feels like the masculine's been stuck in indecision for a while about what to do. And again, if we're sticking with the storyline of this person was heavily influenced by close people around them, whether it was family, friends, mixture of both, present lovers, whether they're with them now or away from them or whatever, at some point they're with them. This person's made a clear decision, and the decision involves wanting a future with you because that is the card I pulled earlier in the other one. I feel that's relevant. Yeah, independence. See, this person, I don't like saying see, but it just short in my mouth. This person um, but again, you see that means something when I do that. I think this person was round a whole load of people that were like, I told you so people and all this kind of stuff. But it's like, I think it's this person worrying that you're going to be like that, like I told you so and stuff. But this person's gained the independence that they need to think for themselves, and then it just this thing says lots of different things, and one of them said, "I'm in love with my best friend." Now, you could be the best friend, and they're realizing they're in love with you. But for some people, wouldn't it make sense if there was sabotage from like an inside friend that was in love with them? You know what I mean? So they flashed my eyes to it, especially because Aquarius is about friendship actually and shock surprises. So somebody could have been sabotaging them. That reminds me of one of these films I watched on Prime ages ago. And it was that. It was that the guy's female friend was, acting all cool and chilled and everything. A bit like how that girl acts on Love Island just now. You know what I mean? Like, again, I did want them together, but she's kind of annoying me because I think it's triggering me because it reminds me of what I used to be like when I was younger. It's like, and I had, loads of people around me were like that too. She's trying to be like really chilled and cute, and it's like, no, you're just not having a backbone. You know what I mean? It's kind of embarrassing to see. So, but she's again, sorry, she's a Pisces with no boundaries. That's what it's looking like. She needs to learn boundaries. So, because she's, I think she's thinking if she's accommodating, she's going to be the one to change him. But that's not going to change somebody like that. He needs a he needs a Capricorn or somebody with strong boundaries anyway, or an Aries, Dragon Rider. So that's about moving forward, taking action. This masculine's coming in, breaking free, independent. They see you as their mirror. I love these cards. I always forget how much I like them because they've got one word on them. It's like you're my mirror. Staring back at me, you helped me integrate my shadow. No, it's like that reminds me of that card. You helped me face my shadows, you know. Dormant aspects. You've activated the dormant DNA in me. I now can see what I'm here to. You helped wake me up to the fake companions in reverse. Sorry, when I'm saying that, you can't actually fucking there it is. You can't fucking see what it says. Honestly, one of these fucking days I'm going to learn to hold it up to the camera. Companions that was in reverse. You're just gonna have to trust me when I'm saying the words. I'm a Capricorn and my Pisces is hopefully working on her boundaries. Isn't that funny? There's no coincidences around here. Um, right. Uh, yeah, because you know what it is too. For the people that watch Love Island, that the lurkers that watch it. But I mean, we have got a few chatters now too. It's because they've been at it every night. You know what I mean? Like literally every night that they've been in a couple, they've been under the duvet getting it on. So that makes you feel sorry for her too. I think it's like she's thinking that's the only way that what I mean. It's quite sad. Like I said, it's quite sad really. She's not one of the young ones either. She's still young, but she's like 29 or I think she's 29 or 30 or something. It's going to be very interesting to see how that will unfold anyway. Like I said, I did want them to get together because I wanted to see what happened, but it's kind of fucking weird that again I still think that's weird. His ex-girlfriends went in, but she's claiming she doesn't want to get back with him. Well, why the fuck you went in? How desperate is that? Like, you know what I mean? You just riding on the guy's coattails to get famous. Embarrassing. Um, And do you know what's really fucking me off about her? She's given, like, look at the rules, right? The rules on my channel are I cannot stand unsolicited advice. And she keeps she's just, when she went in, she fucking tore him a new one. And, like, the guy probably wanted to cry because it looks like he still love her. But it's like, um, you know what I mean? She didn't even say, I mean, I suppose it's a bit who does that? Are you open to hearing? But really, if you can, it is quite good to be like, are you going to be okay to hear this? Are you in an all right place to hear it? Because some people might not be, right? And but yeah, she tore him a new one, and then I just found it cheeky as fuck that like she's grabbed that girl and like just started telling her exactly what she thinks and how she like nobody fucking asked you. Do you know what I mean? Like if I was Helena, I would have been like, who the fuck asked you? Do you know what I mean? You've come in here desperate for attention. Like, you know what I mean? And it's funny because she's saying that she doesn't want to get back with him, but she's already like she's obsessing over them when she's maybe happily getting to know Connor. So yeah, it's very interesting what's going on there. Right. Um Oh, Charlotte, yeah, you're watching it now, so you'll get what I mean. Right. What bit have I done? Why am I shuffling these? Okay. What else do we need to know about the future of this then? That's why they got me to use this deck. The bloom. Creations realized, right time, harvest, celebrate. And I pulled the corn for tomorrow for the shamanic deck. So yeah, I feel celebrate, union, harvest, full moon, things completing. If I feel like, there's rewards coming in here. There's unions coming in. Surrender to the great mystery, fall into her arms. The masculine's going to be falling into her arms or his arms after the rain. That it all fits. Silver lining, relief, hope, mercy. It's over. Acceptance. Again, the rainbow. It feels like this is like all the people that resonate with this. It feels like you've had to have a lot of like faith and trust and surrendering to the mystery, like not knowing what's going on and just hoping that you're on the same page and you're going to find out the answer and following your intuition because they pull me a card that says intuition. But it feels like whatever it is that's been going on, it's finally over. And the answers, if they haven't come already, they will be coming because full moons, like I said, and again for some people it's like in the physical things manifest and materializing because Capricorn's actually about manifestation too. But for some people it's the answers are coming, like the epiphanies are coming, and then things happen later. So it's for different people. it was good to see Connor kind of pulling her up on it too. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why he's my favourite guy. Because he's ballsy, he takes risks, he's not heavily influenced by the other ones. He doesn't kind of get in with the in crowd because he's worried about bullying. Like if he thinks they're a bunch of dicks, he'll, you know what I mean? He basically doesn't. Like he doesn't hang. Again, it's the crowd that think they're cool. They just come across embarrassing, if you ask me. Because we all know that when you're at school, the cool kids usually end up the people that aren't so cool when you get out of school. You know what I mean? Actually, I wonder if they're getting me to say that because it's reminding me of normal. That's what I always get from normal people. You know, the series, which is very Twinflamey, is, you know, so this is totally gonna maybe, oh my god, maybe this has got like that's weird how they got me go from there to there, but it'll have relevance because they're hooking up, but they're keeping it on the down low because like they're all the cool kids and she's like, you know, a bit weird and different and quiet, and it's like she's quiet but she's not shy, and she's very intelligent, and you know, but he thinks that too, but he doesn't want to stand out because he's got anxiety and, you know, kind of mashed it and all that. And then but then anyway, long story short, because you need to watch because the whole thing is beautiful. I could literally sit and talk about that for 2 hours, but I haven't watched that for, I can't remember. Oh, I do actually. Me and one of my best friends watched it in a winter. That was maybe about a year ago or something. But yeah, it just makes me sob my eyes out. If I ever need to cry, I watch it. But it's kind of like, yeah, the whole point is then when they go to college, it's flipped reversal. Like he's the one that's not got people around him, and she's the cool one. And it's just a perfect example of when you try to like sort of stick in with all the people that are apparently cool. At some point, the tables fucking flip around, and it's like, no, you're the fucking sad act. And actually, the people that go their own, the rebels with a cause, Aquarius, and actually follow their own mind. They're not looking for external validation all the time. And you break away from cooling the gang, crueling the gang, bullies basically in a lot of cases. That's cool. You know, doing your own thing. That's the new cool. I love that. That was fire. Wherever that was coming from. But yeah, however I got to that, that's what that was reminding me of. But yeah, I didn't even read the rest of what you said. Oh my god, and also he's called, wow, that's really clever. He's called fucking Connor. What in the fuck? Connor out there, some of this might be for you. Just that's really weird, isn't it? He's called, oh no, wait a minute. It's not Connor, he's Connell. I think he's Connell. Again, quite close. But and she's Marianne. Um it was good to see Connor kind of pulling her up on it too. Her focus should be on him, not them. You can't say if you've, yeah, exactly. But that's the point. Like, clearly, there's something fucked about that. Like, I think she's just done, you know, she doesn't fool me, right? She's coming in like, you know, because let's face it, like, you know, I don't think there's no other way to say it. Like, she's coming in and all prim and proper because, you know, because what I found really funny is she's like quite, like, I don't know, she's quite like well spoken. And I noticed that like Harry kind of went like he, I don't know, he pronounced his words like more thingy when he was with her. I found it quite funny. It's like, just be yourself, do you know what I mean? But because he tried to be dirty with her. He was like, you know, why are you acting all, you know what I mean, you freaking, and he was like, and she was like, oh no, don't start that with me. Do you know what I mean? That it's probably that, you know what I mean? Anyway, but it's kind of like that's not classy. Do you know what I mean? To do that, it's, you know, but it's kind of like I just, yeah, I don't think she's as nice as what she makes out. She seems very like manipulative, and I think she has went in there because she thinks, oh, you know what I mean? I'll tug on his heartstrings because he still loves me, and I'll wind him up with whoever else. And I think it's not quite going the way she planned because he's not, you know, like pandering after it. But I don't know. I might be wrong because I'm open to being wrong because she is doing quite a good act of, oh, I don't care. I'm not in here for him. But I just think that's fucking weird. Like, why are you there then? That's weird. Like, do you know what I mean? It's embarrassing. If she's not there for him, I find it embarrassing. So I hope she is in a way. But I hope, but it's but I want to know what the story is there because she was just kind of like, you know, you brought girls back to my house. But does she mean like, I mean, was that the whole orgy that you had with a football team? Because I thought about it after. It was like when I was thinking about this after myself. I was in the bath randomly and I was thinking, I wonder, like, you know, when he had this orgy with a whole girls' football team, was that like, when did that happen? Because they went out for 3 years and he was sending her love letters still in the February. So I wonder when that happened. You know, I wonder if that was what happened. don't know. But like, I get the feeling, because he definitely lied. Like he said to Helena, he said, "Oh yeah, I don't cheat when I'm in a relationship." Well, I did cheat in the first week, but it's like that's a load of fucking bullshit. That guy's like fucking a horn dog. I bet he was cheating every fucking moment he got. But again, it's quite like I said. I'm not saying it's sad to watch. Like that is like a really bad case of self sabotage if ever I've saw it. But he's just I said I was finding him endearing. I've changed my mind again. He's really fucking me off because I just thought that is so unattractive how he was joking about it. Basically, it's just guys showing off. Like he's old, he's one of the older ones, but he looks really immature because he's like, "Watch this, I will get away with it." Because like someone was like, "How are you getting away with that? You kissed another girl in the bed," and she's just like sort of brushing it off. And he was like, "I always get away with things," and I thought that is like, what a fucking dick. Do you know what I mean? Like. Like, imagine she comes out and she sees him saying that. Like, if you had respect for yourself, you'd be like, nah, you know what I mean? Anyway, sorry. Annoying me. It is annoying me. Like, um, right, okay. So, what else? Chop wood. So you keep, if you're the divine feminine, chop wood, carry water. Keep doing that's funny because actually one of you said you hear my voice saying that, like, keep it moving. Keep doing what you do every day to keep things ticking over, whether you're the feminine or the masculine. That's Lao Tzu. I love that. Chop wood, carry water. Loyal heart. And again, that is what's I felt that. It's like this in a weird way, this masculine, it feels like they've had to betray you to later on wake up to unfortunately be betrayed by the people they betrayed you for, if whoever these people are. But they've got a loyal heart. Like, now that they've woken up to this, they're going to show you that they've got a loyal heart and you're the only one. And so again, you might not have been the only one at other points, but it's like you're starting again and there's a message coming, message in a bottle. It could be out the blue, and that's the truth. You know what I mean? Truth be told, never ending story. This is something this person can't close out. You just, you always come back to them. They're always in their thoughts. There's a change in the winds, Aquarius moon. If you're not seeing them, by the way, I'm saying them. Clean it up. This person had to close out karmic cycles 21. Yep, they've realised, yep, that's not for me. It's time to go. It's got a wee note on the fortune cookie. Time to go. Quite literally was behind it. I said that before I saw time to go was behind it. That's hilarious. Yeah, they've been watching you from afar and they're tired of this cycle going round and round. Why is there another loyal heart card? Did I put it back? Is there two loyal heart cards? Oh, I must have put it back. Right, loyal hearts there again. Um, and like it's doing my nothing, but I keep hearing it's like you're a mirror staring back at me. So I think the reason, and then look, enlightenment, look. So I think it's like I keep hearing it because look, release your ex and guilt. So again, I think there's something here about like, look, somebody maybe went back to an ex or something through the people around them's guidance, like whether it's family, friends, or pressure from everyone or themselves. And again, it could be kids involved or something. But it's like there doesn't need to be kids involved, but usually that's what it is. But it's kind of like don't let guilt get in the way of happiness. The time has come to clear your energy. Either way, it's not worked out. So if that's the story, it's not worked out. But it doesn't need to be everyone's story. But if a children card comes out, that'll be like wedding and marriage. Yeah. So again, like this person could be married and now they're waking up that this is a karmic marriage and they have to put an end to it because they're in love with you. Or it could be that this person is very serious about a union with you or potentially a literal marriage, especially because they came out together. And I just saw past life speaking out very soon. Ooh, it's getting exciting, guys. Very soon. Clearly decide what it is you want so that it comes to you now. So this person could be coming in very soon, imminent. Past life relationship. That's not even the one I saw. Passionate encounters coming in, engagements after marriage. Well, marriage and then we'll other way around, but embrace what destiny has in store for you. Strong magnetic chemistry, fucking hell, commitment. Wow, we always get the ones about engagement and marriage in Aquarius because it's like Aquarius is about surprises, and usually it's a surprise. That's quite funny. But in that order, that's nuts. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Yeah, and this person just it's like that. They're getting pulled back to you. They can't hold back. Right. Where am I going? Because I'm gonna I'm going to actually go soon, but right, give me some new earth energy with these cards. Oh, what? Oh, look, I just picked up a card by accident, but there's no accident. Oh my god, there's no accidents. Tears. When I think about you, I cry. Lost. I feel so lost without you. Oh, for fuck's sake, I've already cried the day. I don't need that great laugh. So again, that just wanted to peek in. Be interesting to see what's revealed and moving it. Oh my god, I know. Because again, it's like, you know, that I know we said this in the membership. If you want to come in and get Secret Love Island, Chad, join the membership. But we do it here too. But yeah. That Dijon, he's fucking done. Like, I mean, that's the way he moves is just like I said, it scares me. I'm not gonna lie, it really scares me if that's the way men of all ages are moving out there. Like, I mean, it's always been a thing, but it's like these younger guys, because it's like I did say did I said that in the membership, but oh Charlotte, did you see I'm getting my money back for the fan? Woohoo! All is restored. I was surprised by that. I was prepared to lose the money, but they said, you know, they said I can get the money back. Um Basically the lights flickering. That's been happening for months. So that's also very Aquarius Uranus because that's electricity. Yeah, I'm embarrassed for him. Do you know what I mean? Because when he's taught like, but do you know what it is like? This is why astrology it pays to know astrology. Let me remember this rightly. She is a Libra and he is a Virgo. So I think he just looks at things quite practically. I'm still open, so technically I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm in integrity, I think is what he tells himself. But he's a Libra moon, like Charlotte. But a man that's a Libra moon, you know, that is quite like flirty and also kind of it's more I'm more thinking in Mars and Libra, right? But Mars and Libra, I think, could be a little bit like Moon and Libra in a man. It's a man that enjoys being chased. So as much as I say this all the time about, oh, it's totally fucked that you've got these guys wanting girls to chase them, but it's like, um, but there are things in astrology that you know what I mean, like, and I can see that in him that he is a Libra. You know what I mean? He likes the attention of the ladies. There's nothing wrong with that. But what is wrong is like, you know, you can't be claiming somebody as yours, making them think that, and then keeping them away from other. I mean, I don't want to use the narcissist word with him, but it is narcissistic tendencies. Do you know what I mean? To be like claiming somebody and keeping them kind of away. But then you're talking to like all the other girls, like there's only girl in the room kind of. It's just horrible. It's horrible to actually see. It is horrible. It's interesting, but it's horrible to see it. Um, but yeah, what I found quite interesting is I said this before, but he's Libra moon and she's Libra sun. So they're like the moon and the sun. So it is like, you know, I'm not going to say twin flames, but it's like yin yang energy. So that's why, like, sometimes they're not on the same page and then other times they're really working well together. So it's like, if he can actually just stop fucking about, then, but I could see potential problems because it's like, it does just look like he's sort of making, it's like he's making her that stereotypical you'll do as I say girlfriend. That never works out, you know what I mean? It reminds me of that Madonna whore complex where, you know, it's apparently a thing where males, you know, they make somebody like, you know, it's like they have to have somebody that's like well basically it's like they can't see both people in you, you know what I mean? Oh go and I didn't explain that very well. Go and Google it yourself, but it's like yeah, it makes sense for what I'm saying. Couldn't I can't explain it. I'm not good at explaining that bit. Yeah, to getting your money back and you're surprised when it's Aquarius. But exactly. See, I love how you pick it up you pick it up, Charlotte, from listening to what I say. Well done. Yes, it was a surprise. Exactly. I did think that in that moment. I was like, oh yeah. That's funny. And actually, technically, when I so it's both, but technically when I found that out, it was still Capricorn moon, which is like money. You know what I mean? Like it's getting my money back. So I thought it was quite funny. But yeah, quite surprises with Aquarius moon. It just slapped my leg there. Right. So what have we got for the new Earth vibe? Wisdom, yes, the wisdom to step into the new timeline of the new Earth frequency. Diligence, yes, diligently checking your surroundings and people around you and whatever that means to you. Delight. But yeah, I feel ultimately there's delight because that's what New Earth means to me. Delight and enlightenment. That's why they got me to pick up that card because I've pulled enlightenment out of two decks. This is major clarity that the masculines are having so much enlightenment about what this connection means to them. Oh, and actually, that's what, like, yeah, they're turning their pain into power. Well, that's totally this story. Whoever resonates with this, I feel quite a lot of these masculines, male and female, mainly picking up on a lot of the male ones because I know I've, you know, what I mean, like I know somebody had actually emailed me. Again, I don't know about this one, but it was one of the ones recently had really resonated. So I wouldn't be surprised if this resonates too. But well, not all of it, but some of it. But once you understand the essence of everything that's contained within everything, all becomes possible. Like this is turning someone's pain into power. You know, being an alchemist. Um, but yeah, like you'll see, I'm seeing the epiphanies on Love Island through the astrology too. Like again, think about because it's we've had the full moon and of boundaries, and then that guy closes it off. By the way, do you know what I think is be interesting too, Charlotte? I thought that was sneaky as fuck. That Helena and although I wanted them together, they're quite bitchy together because that's meant to be their friends, their best pals in there, and you can tell they're starting to get their game on because they're bitching about their friends. They're going to show that on movie night, 100%. I'll be surprised if they don't because they two were sitting saying, you know, they were basically slagging their two closest friends off, and I thought that's not nice. You know what I mean? So. Mm. It'll be interesting because that's the one thing I'll say about when that Dijon has said things about like he said, oh, I've got to admit I don't kind of understand how he's moving, but I don't think he didn't say it in like a kind of not being a friend way. It seemed like he was saying it in a friend way. Like I think he's a quite a good friend. Maybe just not a good boyfriend. I don't know, but it's like that Harry. I thought that's quite. I didn't really like. I didn't like that. I didn't like it from her to her friend, and I didn't like it from Harry to John. I thought they're fake friends. You know what I mean? Like it's all for show because they do all show off with each other. That's no real friends. Right. So that could be relevant to this too. Lovers. Oh my God. Union is imminent. That looks like a sexual union. The ocean of love is predictable. Forgive yourself in every moment and open your heart to receive the gift of love. I think they're receiving the gift of love. I'll hold that up so you can see it for a little while, but I better not use it as the thumbnail or we'll begin an old slap on the wrists. Yes, you can. That's even worse when you can only see half the card. Yes, the little flowers over their bits and bobs. Oh my God, do you want to form an alliance with me? Important partnerships, agreements, or unexpected connections bring unfortunate. Oh, wait a minute. Not unfortunate. That's what they've been in. Fortunate opportunities. So, might use that as a thumbnail for something different, but love it. Did I hold that up? Honestly, you can't tell right now, but it's driving me nuts that I just keep singing. It's like you're my mirror. Oh my God, it's not even in the fucking. What have I done? It's not even in the shot. Sorry, this Aquarius moon makes me a bit hyper. I think it's still within the full moon. I don't know. I'm going to blame my dad. Gave me a can of Coke yesterday. Again, my dad sabotaged me again. I just realised yesterday he gave me. Oh my God! Although I'm only joking, you see if that could sort of fit into this. Like, do you know what I'm saying? That's when it's handy when my mum texts me sometimes when I'm doing stuff like this, and my dad offered me a can of Coke, and I was like, I need to have that can. No, it wasn't Coke. Sorry, it was Iron Brew, and I don't regret it. Because I'm not having sugar, but I thought, oh, technically, fuck it, it is sugar, but I'm just going to have it. But yeah, just thinking about all of this. I'm popping off now to eat. Catch the rest soon. Keep cool. Yes, I'm gonna go soon too. Thank you for hanging out. Right. I think hopefully that's now right. So I'm just gonna read. I'm gonna close off with one of these cards. So let's pull one of these. Oh, wait a minute. I'll close out. Oh fuck! What have I to get this? Is it here? Don't even think. I don't think I'm going to use that because it doesn't make sense with the title unless I change the title. Yeah, I need to do Barbie's Juno thing because she. Wait a minute, unless anyone else has emailed, I'll just check. Nah, nobody else has emailed. Right, so again, if people want to, thank you, Charlotte. That's funny. Look, I must have telepathically picked up on that before I actually saw it because I remembered and then I looked. Um, basically, yeah. If anyone's watching this like on the replay and you're like, oh no, I didn't do it, then just I'll keep that open. I don't know next week. Like so just. You can email me, email me, just look at the community tab, email me soulfamwolfpack@gmail.com and I'll tell you on whatever the live stream, the next one that I'm on. But right, Barbie's is, oh, I don't know why I'm looking already. Look, so, I will need to because I don't remember what house it's in. I mean, actually, Barbie, your chart is like, what I will say is if you don't know your astrology chart, you are a 12 houser like me and quite a lot of other people around here, meaning you've got a shitload of planets in the 12th house. So, um, yeah. So again, so was that, I'm sure that was you last night that said you're an empath. You're no fucking, she, by the way, although everybody knows around here, if you're here all the time, I'm not a fan of that word. She's no fucking lying. With that many planets in the 12th house, you're like empath central. Do you know what I mean? Like you better protect your energy big time. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful energy to have, very psychic. And I've noticed, I've just noticed when you tune it better, it's like that's like super, very, very beautifully sensitive energy there. So and also you've got a moon in Scorpio. So I don't know if you're aware of that, but that's psychic too. And if you use it for good, it's a strong energy. Can you run the email by me again? Yes, it is soulfamwolfpack@gmail.com. So if you want to see how it's spelled, actually, I'll put it in. Spell it. Is that even a fucking word? Sorry, that's not very. Soulfamwolfpack at gmail.com. Right, soulfamwolfpack@gmail. That one. There you go. Right, so yes, but it's Juno. Wait a minute, it's Juno that I was wanting to. I know it's an Aries, but I just wanted to see what house it is. Woo! Bless me, bless you. Excuse me. Right, so you have Juno in Aries in the 11th house. So 11th house is Aquarius energy, which, not coincidence, I'm on Aquarius in the 11th house right now. So what that means is, for a lover, especially one that you'd want to settle down with and marry. Now, wouldn't this would be fascinating if this describes your twin flame, but you can let us know in the replay or the next live stream. But basically, just intuitively, someone with Juno and Aries, forget the house it's in, right? Someone with Juno and Aries would need somebody, a partner that was very confident, very fiery, fun, playful, assertive. I think we know how that could go down in the bedroom too. You might like to, I suppose, be dominated if you, or it could go the other way. You want to be the one in control. Because I'm thinking like Aries, the Emperor sort of energy. But yeah, fiery, fun, playful, and then this is where it changes up with whatever house it's in. The fact that it's in the 11th house of unpredictable, expect unexpected shock surprises, I feel you would appreciate a partner that was all those things: fun, friendly, flirty, fiery, takes control. Um, sounds like I'm describing Christian Grey here, but like surprises you. Like I think you would like people to like surprise, like whether it's just surprising you with flowers or surprising you a weekend away or you know, maybe you would even like surprise parties. I mean, I personally don't like something like that, but you know, it's kind of like, you know, you would like that, like spontaneity kind of energy, you know. So that is what that placement would say. You know, that is what my take on it would be. So, and also, for you personally, there was, I do just want to tell you a wee bit about what I saw, but I'm going to try not to, oh, your one's come in, I'll do yours too, Beck, but, like, what was what was standing out to me? Yeah. So basically, the Juno and Scorpio is transiting your sixth house right now. So yeah. So I don't know how that would. Yeah. So you might not notice too much different there day to day. Well, it's your day to day experience, your ritual routine, but because it's about love, I suppose that's, you know what, actually, that's why you're so deeply missing him right now. It's one of the reasons, because it's like highlighting every day that he's not there. Like, I think I'm tapping into the pain, so I don't want to sit in this too much. But you know what I mean? Like, I think that's the energy that's making you feel that so much. But I feel it's you tapping into him missing you too. So, um, well, no, not if you did. You see what I wanted you to do though? Basically, I'm wanting people to email me their. If you do it quickly, I will do it. I'm going to do Beck, and then so basically, it's people's Junos that I'm telling them about. So no, it's not too late if you do it. So basically, if you email that email, sofamwolfpack@gmail.com with your date of birth, your exact time. If you don't know the exact time, just give me a time and you can tell me if it doesn't resonate, probably wrong time. But and your exact birth town. So do that and then I'll read it. Right, okay. So now I'll do Bex. Otherwise, I can do it on the next one, and anyone else that's watching too, because I liked it. It's fun. Like I said, I'm quite a geek about like Juno is. I don't know. Again, I told you on the other video. I know why. It's because it's to do with like marriage. You know what I mean? Marriage and union and stuff, and that's union energy. It's like what I help people with. So, right. Well, somebody's got shite tunes out there anyway. Right. So let's see what your So, uh, oh, you're the day after my dad. Right, let's see. So, 6 September. What was that? 1994. And then, oh, right. The moment of truth. Right, so this is Beck's one. And so remember what I said, people, if anyone's lurking on this and you're like, oh, I want that, but I don't want people to know it's me or I want to stay private, what to do is I'll just say, oh, this is the number I'm going to say, and you'll know it's you, right? Or like you know, give me a fake name or a letter or something, you know, just for the extra shy people out there. Right. So, oh, you're also a 12 houser. Ah, how interesting. I don't know if you knew this. Your son is in the 12th house. Are you quite shy in some circumstances, Beck? Doesn't always necessarily mean that. Or do you feel a bit unseen in general? that would make sense why you talk here, because I pride myself in being somebody that helps people. Oh my God, of course. Before you even answer me, I think that's true, because that's like what you were saying last night. Because it's like, okay, great, yeah, definitely loyal mum, definitely email me the deets then. That's a big reason why you feel like, you know, unseen, not shy. Yeah, notice how I read it, and then when I tapped into your personal energy, I was like, I don't think it's shy with you. Do you know what I mean? So that's how that's astrology. You've got to sort of feel about it. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, that's again my type of astrology, because I channel it, and it's kind of like I'm very much tapping into my past life astrologer gift. And so it can clash with like you really textbook kind of ways of doing it, because it's just the way that I found it. It's like what I said in one of the videos today. You know, the way people I have found typically describe Aries, it's not nothing like me, but it's quite far removed from what I'm like. Like, you know, I don't anger easily. If I get angry, there's a fucking good reason. Do you know, it's like things that really fire most people up in the world, like, you know, injustice, or, you know, things bad against children and stuff like that, or like, you know, like, I mean, it has to be, you know, I mean, it takes a lot to get me angry. Like, I can keep my cool. But um liars too, that gets me angry too. But it's kind of like, it matters what house it's in too. So my Aries sun sits in the house of Virgo. Virgo's about humility, humbleness, you know, reserved, can be shy too. Like I said, when I was younger I was more shy, but now, like I said, I wouldn't say I was shy anymore either. I'm selective about when I speak and stuff. um but yeah, anyway, it's like typically people with their sun in the 12th house, you normally they do feel like somewhere in life they feel unseen. Like, it doesn't matter. Oh, what I was going to say there is, I pride myself on attracting people that in most other places you might feel like that, but you don't feel like that here. You know, like, we attract a lot of people that I call 12 housers, which is why I actually used to do on a Tuesday, 12 house Tuesday. And I keep saying I'm going to bring it back. So anyway, it wasn't. It was just that just really stood out to me. So, oh my God, knew it. I knew it. I knew some of you must have Juno and Scorpio. So again, you're going to really feel this, right? So it's not. It's went direct at 16 degrees, and your runs 21 degrees. So don't ask me when that is, but it's further down the line anyway. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's much further down the line, mind you. Anyway, when it gets to that, I'll remember and I'll say to you. But you'll really, you know, I feel you'll feel the your twin flame connection. You'll feel that on an even deeper level, and you personally could have huge big shifts and epiphanies in the connection. So that'll be quite exciting. But you could actually be feeling that now, actually. Yeah, you could be actually, that is pretty much conjunct. You could be feeling that now, but that's going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. Depends how quick. I don't know how quickly that moves. Yeah, so just look out for that. You've got Juno and Scorpio. So, oh yeah, that's what I'm meant to be doing. So basically, this is good because it kills two birds with one stone. Because I'm thought. So basically, this is how I would describe you. You want a lover that knows you mind, body, and soul. You don't just want a kind of run of the mill, oh, you know, you'll do, you know, we can sit and have our tea together and watch EastEnders kind of vibe. You know what I mean? This helps because you're in the UK, you know what that is. But you know what I mean? It's like, but here's the thing. That's what you secretly want. In the past, you might have settled for actual relationships like that, where you're like, oh, here's your tea, babe. You know what I mean? Let's put the telly on. Let's get on with, you know what I mean? But deep down, your secret self wants like that mad, passionate, extraordinary love. The way I describe Owl, you know what I mean? That's totally like I said in the video earlier. It's twin flames, but not all twin flames have Juno and Scorpio. But my God, if you're a twin flame and you've got Juno and Scorpio, that's fucking hot. Or if your twin flames got that too, so it's kind of like, you know what I mean, if someone's got it, it's hot basically. And I see, I've kind of got it because I've got my Juno in the eighth house, so that's pretty much like Juno and Scorpio too. Um, but yeah, so if you're not already getting massive epiphanies, and also side note, because that is what people get from here, you know, and it's people get on all different levels. Some people are going to feel it really strongly, and that's the people that are really connected with me, and others are not going to get why others feel it that strongly. And it's basically because I activate the dormant light codes and DNA and stuff, like it's activating the stuff you need to know for your soul awakening further. So that happens around here anyway. But the fact that your Juno is in Scorpio, you're going to feel all the messages really strongly. That's exciting. And also, your Juno conjuncts Jupiter. So, my God, all the luck when it comes to love at some point, I would say. You know, opportunities and yeah. In fact, is it? Let me just double check that before I. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I just wanted to check because it was like, and that wasn't in the next sign. Yeah, but basically, so your Juno is transiting your first house. So again, it's like what I said, like because you're not with the person, it's just you could be going through a bit of a mini dark night of the soul or a big dark night of the soul. Like you yourself could be experiencing a bit of an ego death, you know, like a death, you know, a die-in to a part of you that you were attached to be reborn again. That's what I would say about it. Right, so thanks for sending that in. Did I get all these messages? My sister is an Aries, but you two are very different. Yeah. Again, I like I said, you know, I'm good at objectively looking at things, and you know what I mean. In some ways, I could see how people basically see people that think I'm a typical Aries. It's people that judge a book by its cover and don't like kind of they don't they must basically they mustn't tune in all the time or anything, and they've just went by a flippant kind of because I'm not. I mean, I'm very confident like an Aries, but like if you know my whole backstory, I took a long time to grow into that confidence. Do you know what I mean? So, but typically I'm more like a Scorpio. Like, do you know what I mean? If people are getting competitive or like want to race to the front, like fucking bash on. Especially when it comes to love and all that. I mean, if you watch the videos from a few years ago, again, you'll see me saying, uh, if you're picking between two people and I'm involved, I'll make it easy for you. Pick the other one. Because I don't want to fucking be in it. You know what I mean? Like, and I still have it. It's like, you know what I mean? You don't want to be like, oh, pick me, pick me. It's like, if you don't fucking know, I think you should just go the other way. You know what I mean? But I don't quite say it like that now, but that was my stance on it at the time. You know what I mean? But it's still like I've always been like that, twin flame or not. I want somebody to be sure about me, and if you're not, you're better staying away. Do you know what I mean? Come closer when you're sure. You're trying to fucking do a list like in that fucking episode of Friends. Oh, do I pick Rachel or Julie? Do you know what I mean? That shit never works out. Um, right, so I was so shy I had selective mute. Beck, you're kind of freaking me out a little bit. Again, watch the lives from ages ago. That was me in high school. I didn't speak for 2 years. Like, but obviously that was because I didn't know I had dyslexia, dyspraxia, and all the rest of it. I hated it. And I've said before, it was quite funny because I used to get asked out quite a lot, and they were like, they must have been like the tidy but shy girl, the tidy girl that doesn't talk. Do you know what I mean? Oh dear. Oh, I was too scared to kiss people too for age. I eventually did, but oh, that's quite funny. And I don't know why. I'm a good kisser. I'm a fucking brilliant kisser. Right. So, oh my God. Recently, I was dating this guy who's a bit older than me. His nephew didn't like me, so he sabotaged our relationship. Oh dear. Oh dear. Sorry to hear that. That's a bit shit. His nephew didn't like you. What age was his nephew? Are we talking like nephew? Is it like one of these things where it's their nephew and they're close in age, or was it like a young? I'm just intrigued. Yeah, I feel it super strong. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. Nobody ever doesn't resonate with that. Yeah. Oh, did you catch all that, Barbie? Yeah, I'm definitely intuitive. You didn't say about my twin whether or not I should initiate contact because Barbie, Barbie, we've went over this. I'm not going to do that because that's for you to decide. And you know, what I mean, if you want a personal reading, you can do it, but I can't tell you that. That's something you have to go with yourself. I'm feeling in my head I should let him come to me, but my heart says to reach out. You have to make actually watch the cards at the start. We're saying, you know, get the fuck out of your head and into your heart. It misses you. But I stopped settling after breaking up with my ex. My thing at the moment is finding deep, scary love. I'm not ever settling again. Yes. That's what I mean. It seems like you've learned the lessons of that, you know, like you went through the settling and you're not doing it. So my twin flame journey seems to be going at 100 miles per hour. It really does. In my expert opinion, it actually really does seem like that. Yeah, he's so much fun, my twin, when we're together. We always have so much fun. That is why I have such a difficult time when triggered by signs or deep longing to be with him. Yes, I understand. Right, okay, so I understand more than you might actually realise, but right, okay, so let's, and then I'm going to go after this because I want to watch Love Island, to be frank. Right. But thanks for doing that because it makes it a wee bit more fun that a few more people got involved. Why is it not letting me add another one? Oh, here we go. Right, so um loyal mum, can you also send me the town that you were born in? Um um yeah, send me the town that you were born in because that's what I'm missing. And I won't read your twins because again, it's not very fair when you know what I mean. But I could look at that in a personal session, but I wouldn't do it in public. Wait a minute. So wait a minute. If you're American, that is can I just check that is the 3rd of May and not the 5th of March? I'm going to assume that's the 3rd of May. Um, sorry, I'm actually saying you're right. What's the time? 17:29. 9. Or you can just tell me here, actually. You can just tell me here. Like, if you've already emailed, that's fine. But you can just, if you tell me your birth town here, that's fine. I love surprises too. He is so much fun and I'm definitely spontaneous. Love it. I love it. Thank you for clarifying that. Um, surprises is a funny one thing, eh? Like, it's a funny thing. Like, I'm just trying to think. I don't know if I've ever had, like, I think it's more when it comes to surprises. I always think of things like somebody surprising me with a stripper at at a party or something like that's that's like I mean, it sounded like I was about to have a panic attack there. That was making me a bit breathless, but not in a good way. Like that would literally be my worst nightmare. Like I would want the ground to swallow me up. Like, you know what I mean? Whereas it's quite funny because I remember my sister had a my sister had a stripper at her hen do. She fucking loved it, man. Do you know what I mean? Like they were all loving it, and I was just like, this is just no, my god. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I always think. But if it's little surprises, like somebody being like, "Oh, I got you, I got you flowers or something like that," that's who doesn't like that shit. But if it's like something like that, it's like no. Whereas, like I said, some people do love things like that, or they like a big like surprise party and all that. Right. Portland, Oregon. Sorry, I just wanted to say it like that. I don't know if that's I don't know if that is the Portland, Oregon. There's about a million. Let's see if I can find it. And there we go. Portland, Oregon. I found it. There's literally about 50 different ones. Right. Have I got the time right? Boom, boom, boom. 3rd of May. Yep. Right. Let's look. Um, they're still singing. It's like you're my mirror staring back at me. So it really must be like somebody is having that realization. You are the love of my life. You are the love of my life. I was trying to think what's the last lines of that. That's what it keeps saying. Right, so the temptation to not read the whole fucking chart. Right, so you have Juno in Pisces. So, right, so Juno in Pisces alone, right? Now remember, please tell me if this doesn't resonate, because that's the fun of this, right? You've got to feel into it, because we're all different, and even if you've got the same placement, you're not going to be exactly the same. Especially if you're like like what I was saying about that guy in Love Island. Like, it would be really cool to see his whole chart, but it even helps that I know he's got a Libra moon. It's kind of, I'm seeing it as like, I'm just seeing he likes girls to fawn over him. You know what I mean? Like, he likes the attention. Like, I could quite believe actually that he does like that girl, but he likes attention, and that would be why. But it's like, well, you have to be a bit more disciplined about, like, you can't, like she's saying, you can't have your cake and eat it, pal. You know what I mean? Like, fuck's sake, you know what I mean? Like kind of thing. It's the kind of thing where if like you fall in love with a flirt, that's fine. You've fallen in love with someone, accept them how they are. But like, where do you draw the lines? You know what I mean? Like, you can't be like, oh, don't be your fucking self ever again. You know what I mean? That's who you fell in love with. But if it crosses the line into like, oh, I accidentally fell into somebody's bed, I flirted a little bit too far. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've got to have boundaries. But anyway, so yeah, Juno and Pisces, your ideal partner from just feeling into this would be somebody that was like very romantic, very kind of like, I'm thinking like, the Notebook, like Noah and Ali, like, that does some kind of big romantic grand gesture, like confesses their undying love to you. You know what I mean? I feel you would love all that shit. Um, Dreamy, just dreamy romantic is what I'm kind of getting. But also because yours is in so this is where it changes up a bit. Yours is in the fifth house. So again, it's a little bit similar to what I said. Like, you would love somebody that's like that, but like I think you would love somebody that, like, drives you away for the day and like, does like the most romantic kind of like, Gretchen's Day of Fun. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's like all your little secret nuances, like all your little favorite things, like, have them all mapped out in a day for you. I don't know why I'm getting that, but is this, am I like pulling this out of your subconscious? But you know what I mean? It's like a dream lover. I watched Wayne's World recently. Dream lover. This is what I'm getting from that. So if that resonates, I'll piss myself. That's quite funny. But typically, what I mean? That's what I would get from that. Like, you want somebody that is quite romantic, in touch with their feminine side too. Like, I think you would need somebody that do you know what? I am gonna look. I'm sorry, I have to see what your twin flames is because you sent me it. Like, I'm not reading this whole chart. I'm gonna have to fucking look. Do you know, right? I'll tell you another thing. So again, you might know your chart already. Oh, the other thing is the Juno and Scorpio is also in your first house. So you could have resonated with a thing about a bit of a mini dark night of soul or an ego death right now. And it doesn't need to be a thing because you've not got any planets there, but you still could be feeling that a little bit. But also, you have Pluto in the 12th house, like what I've got, but your Pluto is in Libra. So it does mean that you could be really good at intuiting and like just sensing the kind of unspoken, or you walk into a room and you feel what's been going on before anything's been said, kind of thing. But it'd be in a slightly different way with it being in Libra. um right, what was I going to do there? That's funny. Yeah, but is it something that you would like, the way that I was describing it? That's what I'm interested in. What's Geno's? I don't know. Oh, Juno. It's Juno. I think that's what. I can't get it live. I keep lagging for some reason, Claire. Thank you for it. You're very welcome. Yeah, I think you're meaning Juno. So Juno it's basically to do with like commitment and marriage and stuff like that. But the way that I take it, it's in an ideal world. So again, but just like, I just want to stress here, I can think of loads of people where, like, whether it's been personally or professionally, where I've looked at their Juno and it completely is a mismatch to who they're with. So a bit controversial, but you know, I'm just kind of making that clear. That's why when I was saying to Beck, they basically did make me feel that, and then she confirmed that just because your ideal lover is that kind of, oh, I want to melt into you kind of yin yang twin flame connection, it doesn't mean you've actually experienced it. You know, like you could have settled for something that isn't that and been longing after that, you know, like that's quite common. I see that quite a lot. Um, but equally you might have, you know what I mean? Um, right, now let's go to you might feel really connected to my messages, loyal mum, because you're our astrology is like really, I can see like there's a placement here that it's like there's a strong conjunction there with the Scorpio stuff. Um like I had that once with a friend in my past and we were like that. Um until we weren't, but but you know what I mean, for a long time we were. Um right, so um right, let's see. Um yeah, it would be interesting to look at some of your charts like in a session because like I'm resisting the urge to like go deeper. Right, so let's look at um so that would be, I have to do it backwards. That's a bit awkward as tits when your twin flame's birthday's like a wee couple of days out in my not twin flame. Like karmic one. Right, so it's funny synchronicities that happen in this journey. Um, right, so that I get the right, or what was the time? Was now, uh, Gretchen, is that in the morning or no? No, I take it it's the morning because you put 24-hour time. Sorry, I'm just 5:40. Yeah, and same thing. Is he born in the same place as you? Will I put in the same Portland, Oregon? Portland, Oregon. Why am I saying it like that? Okay. Portland, Oregon. Um, yeah, that sounds lovely. But in mind, that's less my idea of romantic. I'm very practical but thoughtful in the details. That's yeah, that feels like it fits with the last bit that I was saying that like you would really no, because remember it's not you, it's what you would like somebody to do for you. That's what's important. So like you would like somebody that paid attention to the details of all your little favorite things, even if it doesn't cost a lot of money. Like, you know, your favorite flowers, your favorite sweets, you know, your favorite place you said you wanted to go. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. I do every time I get the sense to come on. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That's because our ascendants are conjunct. That's very intense. It's like you're one of the few that can handle the intensity. Many many are what's it? Many are called, few are chosen, or few are chosen, many are called. You know what I mean? Whatever. That you can handle it. Um. Right. So. Right. Okay. Prinville. Let's see. Usually, I always have at least someone where I can't fucking find. Oh no, it come up right away. Right. Let's see. Let's see where his Juno is. Wait a minute. Have I clicked on the right one? Why does it say? No, that's you. I clicked on you. What did I save? Oh shit, what the fuck did I save him as? I think I used your name. Yeah, that's what I found it. This has been fun. So if other people want to do this, if they're watching the replay, send me it. Right. Um, right. So your Juno is in Libra, and where is the Libra? I'm trying to find it. Right. Okay. So Juno in Libra. Oh no, it's not you. It's your twin flame. Fuck. See, this is what I have to. Right. So, sorry, I have to get in the zone here. This is what we can't confirm it. But a person with Juno in Libra, right? They would appreciate a lover that was. So think about if this fits you. They would appreciate a lover that was fair, that was all about the justice, that was balanced. So they would want somebody that um, could see their perspective, and that they would want somebody that could see both sides, that could see where they're coming from. But I feel also somebody that could maybe challenge them with the duality thing of Libra going on, because a bit like Gemini. Because like I'm like that too with my Juno and Gemini. Like I'd appreciate somebody that can, you don't just want a yes person. You want somebody, you don't want to be arguing all the time either, but you want somebody that can, can you see where I'm coming from? Let me hear where you're coming from, and then you meet in the middle kind of thing. Also, again, I feel they would secretly want to be like adored, like that guy in Love Island. Like they would want the attention. So whether, again, this goes for males and females, like they would want that kind of, because Libra and Leo are the two signs that like the most I don't know about the most attention, but kind of like they want to look good and feel good. Like anybody, when I notice people have got like Libra ascendants or Leo ascendants, like usually people just they can't help. Usually it's quite good looking people. Definitely Leo ascendants actually, or they just shine in general. But Libra, like for instance, I've said this before, but when the moon is in Leo or Libra, it's always when I notice just like without even thinking. It's the days where I kind of wear like my more favorite clothes, or I do my hair a bit nicer, or my makeup seems particularly nice that day. I mean, I'm like, oh, what have I done there, kind of thing. It's like it's where we naturally want to kind of look a bit better. So when someone's got their Juno in Libra, and it's a guy, I would say, yeah, they want to be kind of, adored a little bit, because guys do too. And it just depends like where they've got the different planets stuff. But that's the things that, you might only get deeper into that person when you know them a bit better. Like, you might not get to know that about the person until you're a bit closer. Absolutely. And more so all of the things I don't like. Yeah. That's quite funny. Amen. I want someone to just be real. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, and it fucking seems like quite a lot to ask in these fucking times, doesn't it? But right, I'm just gonna have a wee look. Oh wait a minute, I'm gonna have a wee look at more of this. Oh, he's a wild one. He's a that's a little bit like my stuff because and also he's born the same year as me. His sun conjuncts Uranus. So I don't know if you knew that. Not Uranus, but like the planet Uranus, because that can happen too in synastry. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not just saying that to be funny. Like, is he a bit unpredictable? Never mind him surprising you. Is he a bit unpredictable and surprising? Because he's got that shit in Sagittarius. Like, is this why? Is I take it your one's like ran away wild and free, and you're just kind of like, I don't know when this guy's coming back. Do you know what I mean? Because that's kind of what Sagittarius energy is like. Um, but with a Sun conjunct Uranus, that's a wild one. But again, I bet you know what I mean. If you know that that's your true twin flame, you're gonna love him for being himself. It's like just like what I just channeled actually. Oh my God. Ooh, this is getting hot in here. I can see why you're twin flames. Whoa, that's hot. I'm just like, because I'm just, I'm just remembering that I'm looking at his and I'm like, oh, look, I'm getting all embarrassed. That's some spicy energy. I bet you if you should go through my old videos and find the ones where I've titled it Plutonian Twin Flames, because that's what you are. That's some that's some hot stuff that I'm looking at there. Yeah, he'll be super psychic. By the way, this guy's almost as psychic as me. That's what I can tell you. I've not said that before because his Pluto is in the 12th house and it's not 0 degrees, but it is in the the first few degrees. So very interesting. Yeah, he'll be going through some massive stuff right now. That's his nature, but not with me. Yeah. What bit? The wild and free bit. Yeah, he's got a lot of secrets. It's very hard because he's a humanitarian and I'm rigid in that respect. All right. I'm going to look at your charts together when I'm off here. This is quite fascinating. That's like one of my favorite things to do. You know what I've said before? I'm like, look, if mine ever decides to fucking talk to me again, that's the first thing I'll be asking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you know what time you're born? That's all I'm interested in. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not all I'm interested in, but it's one of the top things. Right. So, we're done here. Yeah, that was fun though. Thanks for so again, like I said, if you're watching this on the replay and you're like, oh, I want to know what mine is, then like send me but read what I've put in the comments of the last few videos today. Yeah, I need all those things. Uh and yeah, if anyone watching this or any use, if you want me to actually read your whole chart, then I've got specific sessions dedicated to that. And they're unique, one of a kind, my own style. So even if you've had somebody read your chart before, you ain't had somebody read your chart like I have, because nobody reads a chart like any other astrologer. But because I'm not just an astrologer, I clear the energy as I'm doing it. My medium shite, my medium shite might come in. My, excuse me, my mediumship might come in. Um, this is quite interesting. I don't know if he suffers from quite low self worth, but the song that's on right now is I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby. Listen to Iron Maiden. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how it is you know each other, but it's they're homing me in on, yeah. And then it ends like she's walking up to him and he's like, oh, God, you know what I mean? You're choosing me. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of getting like not feeling good enough vibes here. Um, but that's part of why I love them. So learning not to be critical of that is what I've done. Yeah. So yeah, and that is how it should be. I've had to pull away in the past couple of weeks for my own sanity and internal well-being. Yep, I hear you. Never had my chart read, don't understand it. Well, you would understand it by the time I've read it. You would understand what you need to understand. That's what I've always said, right? For the past 10 years, you're very welcome. That, oh, you saw Wheatus last year, that's quite funny. That a lot of the time, the people I attract, it's like, you want somebody to explain it to you in a way that you're going to understand because not everybody knows all these words and all that. And that's a good thing about me. I've never claimed, you know what I mean? It's like, I have always just done astrology the way that I do it. And I've kind of got a bit of when I look at a chart, I've kind of got a bit of a blindness to some aspects and stuff. But what I've found is like whatever I say is exactly what is spot on. Like even if I don't know what the what the things are, you know, if it's things like conjunctions, I always spot that, and um oppositions. Sometimes I don't. It just depends. It's hard to explain it. So way when I'm channeling it, but basically the point is, whatever I say, because it doesn't matter what I use anything. I don't need tools. I don't need cards. I don't need astrology charts. I channel someone's soul, and that's why, like basically that's why a lot of people would, you know, it's not a competition, but a lot of people have actually chosen to come to me after lurking me a while over other astrologers because of what you're saying. They don't understand the words. Because there's another medium friend of mine from years ago that's also an astrologer, and that's what she said was, when I asked what is it that people like about me the most, you know, like it was on Facebook, I was like, what do people get from me? And the main answer was people find me really funny in my banter and all that. And I'm like, right, I'm not a comedian, you know what I mean? I'm not meant to be making all that. But anyway, I do mean, you know, it's healing, like I said in the info bit, healing banter, but because this is all entertainment after all. But you know, she said that I bring astrology down to earth in a way that everyone could understand it. And I just, again, it's always stuck with me, and I really like that. And it makes sense because my Mercury retrograde is in Taurus, right, in the house of Virgo, keeping it practical. Like that, they're both earth signs. Like I take all the words and all the kind of, like, you know, the things that kind of just like, you know what I mean? It's like Alan from The Hangover, like, what the fuck is all this going on? And like make the person understand it. Like I will keep telling you about it until you understand it. And actually the thing is when I'm actually reading somebody's chart in a session, those sessions are what they're some of my bigger sessions, and they're a lot more money because I mean all my sessions are a long time, but that one sometimes that is such a in-depth one that we might need to do like half of it one day and the other half the other day. It just depends. If someone can sit there for hours, then we can do it on one. But it clears a lot of energy, clears it, lifts a lot of blocks. I can see, you know, like potential that you might be missing, that you could be following your calling. It really depends. Loved ones and spirit could pop in for closure, blah 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 blah. All of it can really come in. But um it's evolved over time. That was the thing I started doing first when I started working with people professionally. You know what I mean? And even before that, I was just like obsessed with like looking at charts and stuff like that. But so yeah, basically that's the thing. If you're into that, but again, if that's what we say, if people are like, if people actually know what astrology is, and that, well, I don't know actually. I have had people that do know astrology well, and some even better than me have loved that session too, because it's just like nothing they've ever experienced with other astrologers. And that's what I say. That's why it's good to experience loads of different people that do astrology, because everybody does it differently. But I really do it differently because my moon conjunct Uranus, just like the twin flame we just read of you. Like his sun conjunct Uranus, so he's a wild one and unpredictable and exciting and spontaneous. And my moon conjuncts my Uranus, so it's like I wouldn't describe me like that. I think I'm quite predictable a lot of the time. And then there's like a wee bit of me is like, boom, bitches, I'm gonna surprise you. Do you know what I mean? But not like it's not as strong as the, but it is in Sagittarius, so it's, you know, it's in the, yeah. Actually, to be honest, if your twin flame found this channel, I would really be able to help him too. So you never know, he might be watching. Let's hope not, because I was like, you know, looking at his chart. But he says I'm calm. He's never known to his anxiety. He says I'm calm. He's never known to his anxiety. It's horrible, his trauma. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And actually, do you know what? Unfortunately, I could see that from his chart. With where the Scorpio is, that is a big, deep well of hidden secrets. So, um, but yeah, that's very common. That, you know, that's a big sign of when you know someone's your twin flame, that they can calm you down. I've said that before, but before we start going into all the stories, because I really can't be bored with that. But like I've said that like, you know, there's not been many times where I've been in a scenario like that with mine, but there's one time that just really stood out where I was like really badly crying. I was fucking pissed, like, but I was crying for good reasons, but I don't think I was, well, I was too drunk to probably tell him really what it was all about. But I mean, I know what it was like. So, but the point is like he kept, you know, really he just stayed on the phone, like, and he just, he would basically put up with it for it, and it was like he didn't need to, he wasn't my boyfriend. We were hooking up, you know what I mean? So it was, but we'd already established a connection by then. Do you know what I mean? So it's not as if he's heart like he obviously cared, as much as he tries to fucking make out he doesn't. But do you mean it stayed with me? I thought, that was really nice that he didn't just sort of hang up and then the rest of that story is hilarious because he was basically meant to be coming to my house and I fell asleep crying because my friend was in the other room, and it was like, and it was a friend that I didn't go out with all the time, but I was really good friends with her. But it was like she was like, it's fine, and then I just got all. I was shitting myself. I hadn't seen him for a while, and I was shitting myself about him coming round. And then also I was like, oh god, this is a bit shit that she's here. But she was like, look, I'll just fucking make myself. I'll go away in another room, which it would have been great either, guys, because this house was like a tiny triangle. Do you know what I'm saying? There wasn't a lot of places to go. She probably would have had to leave. But anyway, it didn't happen like that because I fell asleep hyperventilating to her about I was nervous, and we both fell asleep. And I woke up the next day. I was like, shit. So yeah, he wasn't really. I don't know if he was too happy about that. Something tells me probably not after he'd spent time calming me down. But yeah, the point is, it was the way I was like, I've never had somebody calm. I've never had a guy be able to calm me down like that. Like I've had friends, like girl pals, but never. Maybe other guy pals actually, but not like nothing that was romantic. You know what I mean? Nobody I was like hooking up with that. It was weird, but nice weird. All I need is to see, like, basically, all I'd experienced before that was people that play mind games and manipulate you, and yeah, I hadn't experienced that. You know what I mean? So, all I need is to see my twin flame's face, and I'm calm. I had an anxiety attack a few weeks ago, and the only thing that worked was seeing his face. Have you ever seen a good person? Uh, I don't know if I channeled about it when it might have been right before you. I don't know how long some of you have been watching, but I know that it seems like some of you are new. But I absolutely love that film, and I've channeled about it loads. And there's a scene in that that's really like that, and that's right up there, one of my twin flamey films. Usually, whenever I'm talking about addictions, I mention that film because the whole thing is it's about she gets an addiction to uh, opioids because she's on strong drugs for for pain relief because she's in a car crash, and then she gets hooked on like the really hard stuff, and it's heartbreaking, but it's a brilliant film, and it's very twin flamey. And but there's a scene in it where I won't tell you all of it, but there is a scene where she takes a whole mouthful of pills, and then she can't do it because she sees her twin flame's face and she spits them all out, and that's quite moving. And again, I think that's another, if you know who your twin flame is, usually all twin flames have had some kind of moment like that. Like I know when I've been in some of the scariest times in my life, like it is like I'll feel his energy around me, or I'll see it, or you know what I mean? There's loads of bits in that film that are quite triggering actually. Because there's another bit where she bumps into him and his girlfriend in a club, and then it's horrible. She goes away and like she starts crying in the toilet, and then she's looking at his Instagram and that. And the thing is, it's like it's horrible because we've seen that actually he was looking at a video of her missing her, and so he's not really, he's not that into the current girlfriend. But like, it's just sad because again, if you're on this journey, you resonate with bits of that too. But it's like, the slightest thing you're really sensitive about it, and it goes both ways. Well, definitely when both people are awake, but I'd even say like, I would even say when people aren't totally spiritually awake, because on some level they do know who you are to them. But anyway, guys, deep and meaningful. But now that I've seen some of your charts, I can see why. It's because of how intensely they conjunct my planets. That anxiety, especially all of this chat, like all of you three, especially if Barbie's still here, we're all like Scorpio Pluto gang. We've got Scorpio moons, we've got Scorpio risings, we've got Scorpio sun. Oh yeah, so we've got the trio. You are the Scorpio sun, moon, rising trio, and then I joined the rising gang. That's funny. No wonder user resonating so strongly. I honestly think I should just brand this channel and just target us like Scorpios, to be honest. Goddess, look, express your divine feminine energy. Look, I think that I didn't know why I picked these up. Look, that's what I've been doing here. Express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. Yes, embrace your goddess energy. And if you're a male out there, embrace your inner god, your feelings, your intuition, all that jazz. Everything happens for a reason. Exactly. That's what my tattoo means in a kind of way. It means lots of different things, but um, that anxiety attack came out of nowhere, but needed to happen. Was annoying. It happened on a training weekend away, though. I had no idea I had any trauma left from my ex until that attack. The thing is, like, that's why I called this week, twin flame trauma release. You can have trauma left over from things from absolute years and years and years, like decades ago. You know what I mean? It's not a one and done thing. I'm sure you know. Like, things can be lurking about. That's why I'm so passionate about people understanding what soul retrieval is. You know what I mean? Like, if you disassociated, lost a part of your soul through some kind of painful event, trauma, you know what I mean? Actually, it can be kind of challenging when you're integrating that bit back in. So yeah, that can happen at any time. That's what a panic attack is. You know what I mean? Like, I used to have them all the time. I don't so much now, thank God. But I was trying to pull away from my twin flame journey too until that happened. Yeah, you can't pull away from it though. Scorpio, sunrise and Venus, do you know, I have so much bloom in Scorpio, yeah. It's hot though, Beck. Own it. That's fucking hot. Just saying it is. Again, I've known a few, actually my best friend's that. She's very quiet, but she's got that sexy thing going on. And then I've had other friends that have had that in the past and they've got that sexy thing going on. It's sexy. Do you know what I mean? Own it. But yeah, Scorpio, anything's sexy. It's the sign of sex. I just keep saying sex. Anyway, I'm gonna go. So it's true that I'm gonna blame Juno and Scorpio. But yeah, so thanks. This was really fun. And like I said, if you're watching this in the replay and you want me to look at yours, then yeah, you can send that in. But I'm gonna get going. So have a lovely weekend. Keep cool if you're in the UK or in any of these parts of the world that are basically on fire right now with the sun. So I'm a spicy person, I won't lie. Well, so am I, own it. But not many people get to see that side of me. Do you know what I mean? You got to. Anyway, I don't know how to end that, but you know what I'm saying? It's like we keep it classy around here. But right. Well, actually, nobody sees that. That's the whole internet. Not many people see that. So nobody sees that side of me, actually. Um, but you can be spicy without it always having to be about that. Do you know what I mean? It's like you can be a bit spicy on our own. Just kind of like just I'm a spicy person. I'm trying to find the end button and it's not happening. Right, okay, now I'm going now. Right, going to watch Love Island. Do you know what keeps happening actually? Right, the recording keeps cutting off the fucking last 5 minutes, and then I have to wait a whole 24 hours to find it on catch up. I don't know why it does it. I've tried to fix it. It's like, look, add an hour on, and no, it still always does it. So fucking annoying. So, but anyway, I'm sure I will update you on that if that happens. Hey, I'm just trying to think, when is the next time? It'll be in my wee diary, just in case. Let's see. I think it's Monday. It'll be Monday. I know that without looking. What are we on? Yeah. So I'll probably do mediumship Monday around 7, and then I'll do Pisces in the 12th house, which some of the times that's been the most popular. That's been the one to date that's had the most views. That was months ago now. One of them got like fucking 200 views. I was like, what? I never get things like that. But yeah, Pisces in the 12th house, and that's interesting that I've been saying a lot of you've got all of you've got planets in the 12th house from what I looked at. So yeah, that's where we dig into the secrets. So thank you. You enjoy your weekends too. And yes, I'll see you later.